MAQ Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
MAQ Group Investment Project. For more inquiry, call us at +1 561 392 4800 or visit our official website www.maqgroup.com.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th. Catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
MAQ Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
MAQ Group Investment Project. For more inquiry, call us at +1 561 392 4800 or visit our official website www.maqgroup.com.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th, catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
Good afternoon, viewers. We are here at this beautiful Broward County Stadium on day 2, game 2 today. We have got the two teams here with me, Dallas Smashers and Chicago Catchers, and the two captains, Rajesh Sharma and Rizwan Cheema. Also, we have the CCUSA tournament director with us. So, who's going to spin the coin? Rizwan Cheema will spin the coin. Heads is the call. And tail it is.
We're going to have a ball first.
You're going to have a ball first. Can you tell me why you're going to have a ball first?
I think weather is a bit off, so it's make sure what we're chasing out here, and then it's pretty much every game been played here for last few days. It's chasing side is doing well, so we just want to go with that.
Congratulations on winning the Legends Cup. How was that?
Yeah, it was a good experience. I think for me it was more a good practice before this tournament, so I think I had fun.
All right, good luck.
Thank you.
Rajesh,
yes.
You're playing second game.
Yeah.
What were you supposed to do if you would have won the toss, sorry?
We ball first too, because yesterday we ball for bat first, so this wicket little heavy swing in the first. So it's a good chance for we batting first. So let's see, we make like 140-50. Hope so we can make that score.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you.
So the view from the center is they win the toss and bowling first.
MAQ Group Investment Project.
Indian Lake Estates as our newest Florida land investment opportunity. Situated in Central Florida, in the same county as Disneyland, Indian Lake Estates is within easy reach of Orlando, Tampa, and the Space Coast. Indian Lake Estates is a gated private community covering 10 square miles right next to one of the largest freshwater lakes in Florida. Entering through the gates, you soon discover an 18-hole championship golf course, a 9-hole executive golf course, alongside tennis, pickleball, and basketball courts. And when the games are over, why not relax in the estate's 23,000 square foot clubhouse, have a drink at the bar, or dine in the restaurant looking over the golf course. On the western side of the development is Lake Walk on Water, a 14 square mile translucent freshwater lake that is every fisherman and boater's dream come true. And once at the lake, you'll discover the longest freshwater pier in Florida, a perfect spot to fish or just watch the stunning sunsets next to the abundant wildlife. Indian Lake Estates boasts a variety of half-acre buildable home sites extending from the golf course to the lake, including lake access canal lots. All lots come fully deeded as well as inspected for wetland and flood zones. Owners can use all the facilities without having to build. Caledonian offers a limited number of buildable lots with significant investment growth potential.
MAQ Group Investment Project. For more inquiry, call us at +1 561 392 4800 or visit our official website www.maqgroup.com.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th, catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
He's lofted over again, over extra cover fielders, and it's running again. It would be couple for Dallas Smashers. The intentions are clear for Dallas Smashers. They want to make the most of this power play. Only 2 fielders are outside the ring in the power play, and those 2 are square leg and deep fine leg. We have a short third man in the ring. Good ball this time. No chance of a run there. This pitch played beautifully in the morning. It has assistance for batting side and bowling side. You lose a length, the batter will take you on, and you hit consistently on the right length, there's a less chance of being hit. Good ball, and very well supported by the fielder at point region. So folks, if you have just joined us in, we are having a third match of US Open Premier Cricket League 2024. The first match was held yesterday, and today LA Lions New Yorkers played in the morning. LA Lions won that match comfortably. The second match is between Dallas Smashers and Chicago Catchers. Chicago Catchers is playing their first match of this tournament. Dallas Smashers played yesterday and lost against Washington DC Eagles. Started off with a very good ball, an out-swinging delivery against a right-hand batsman. Straight away called the long on fielder up because there is a huge swing. You surely don't need any protection in the straight. I have not seen anyone hitting down the ground or early on in the power play because we can see a bounce on the pitch. So it's not so easy to lift such great length bowling unless it's a full ball. You cannot hit it over long on or long off region. Good hard length this time. Honey Gori is the batsman. Happy with the single here. Oh, there's an opportunity and it has been grabbed by the wicket keeper. Wonderful bowling this is from Chicago Catchers. An outswinging delivery taking that edge of the bat, and wicketkeeper made no mistake for this one. Beautiful grab this is. Dallas Smasher has lost an early wicket in the second over. Good base bowling this is from Chicago Catchers. He wanted to drive it towards cover region but did not transfer his weight. We did not see any feet movement from him. Unable to make a connection and an easy take for wicketkeeper. Chicago catchers must be very happy with the start. They have got an early breakthrough inside the power play. Very well bowled there. It has gone for 4 runs. It was not a bad delivery at all. It was within the stumps, but well guided by the batter. So he has that vacant region and deep fine leg. Wanted to leave this one, but timing was not there. Ended up playing it towards short third man. Leighton Okeno Leslie is the bowler who have just provided his team Chicago catchers with the breakthrough here. Not a tidy bowling this is. He has no one out there protecting him. Easy couple runs for Dallas Smashers. So the score is 13 at the end of 2 overs. Akhil and Hanigori are the 2 batters for Dallas Smashers. They are looking for a win here. They lost their first match against DC Eagles yesterday. It was an opening match of the US Open Cricket Premier League. Oh, it has been played beautifully. Straight down the ground. Very well crafted shot this is. 4 runs for him. It's not an easy shot to play on this pitch. He has played it so beautifully. Kept his eyes on the ball and lofted it over the bowler's head. Andre Roy Dennis is a tall bowler. He can generate that extra bit of counts, but definitely a brave shot. Oh, I wanted to go again. Missed it completely. Oh, there's an opportunity, but the bowler had to do extra efforts in his follow through. Tried his best to take a grab on this one. This is the bounce I was talking about. The conditions are still the same. It's so windy out there. Oh, good bowling this is from Andre Roy Dennis. It was a short pitch delivery. Honey Gori was in no shape to make a connection on this ball. It's a wide ball. Another short pitch delivery it was. He is quick. He's more quick when he bowls short pitches. 4 runs of the over so far. Coming in to bowl his last ball of the over. It's very much down the ground. So end of 3 overs, Dallas Smashers are 17 for the loss of 1 wicket. One ball is still to go. Good bowling this is from Dennis. So after the end of 3 overs, Dallas Smashers are on 19 for the loss of 1 wicket. Good ball this is and guided out towards cover region. Got 1 run for this. Chicago catchers are doing well here. They are not giving anything extra to these batters in this power play. Very well bowled this time. Again, the hard length this is. Anything on this length is difficult to execute. Wanted to go over the cover region, but he was no shape to be able to execute this ball. He was far away from the ball. wicketkeeper is surely enjoying his bowling. Oh, what a beautiful ball this is. Banana outswing. Great bowling this is from Chicago catchers Leighton Okino Leslie. He is bowling impressive line and length. Have a look at this one. Dallas Smashers has to try something here on the crease. A bit of improvisation, being proactive. This kept going away from the off stump and signaled as wide by the umpire Nasser Charlie. We can see deep extra cover there as the wind is blowing so heavily. Anything on the middle of the bat would sail it over the head of the ring fielders. Oh, this one is not so good from Leighton Okino Leslie this time. It was full. It was in the zone of the batsman. He executed it so well towards square leg region. 4 runs have been added to the score of Dallas Smashers. Dallas Smashers are on 25. Oh, what a good shot this is. It went down the ground straight towards long on fielder. 4 runs for Dallas Smashers. Alright folks, so I have been joined by my fellow commentator, Jameen Lanneman. Welcome, Lanneman.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing well and absolutely enjoying these games here in US Open Cricket Tournament. Another boundary have been conceded so far.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty good going. I mean, exciting match we saw early, and these two teams, are really making an effort to really ensure that they get a victory and get a leg up in the tournament. As we mentioned earlier, the first game for the Chicago Catchers, but Dallas Smashers having lost their first game are looking to rebound. So an interesting encounter And in the power play so far, we see where the Smashers are making a dash for it.
Yes, obviously Dallas Smash are looking for a win here, and they're looking a better team than yesterday. Yesterday we saw them crumbling early on, but today they look in a comfortable position. They have got 33 in 4.2 overs, and Hanigori is all set out there with Akhil complimenting him.
hmm Yeah, it's good going. I mean, Akil 10 runs from it, uh, virtually run a ball, and similar thing for Gori. So they'll feel pleased. A run rate of 7.62. Uh, you want that in a power play, preferably 10, but you take anything between 7 and 10.
Yes, looking at the pitch, I've been noticing that I've been watching these matches. It's not very difficult to take charge early on, and we have witnessed some disciplined bowling from both sides. So far they are doing well.
Yes, and as the score moves on to 33 for 1, midway the fifth over here, Gan Nizi, uh, decent medium pace it appears, none for 8. But yeah, I mean, fair start. I mean, he would be comfortable. He just needs a wicket.
Yeah, he got to just two consecutive boundary in his over, so he is making a strong comeback here. Should not have been a run. He surely wants the support from his fielders. Thankfully, he had a backup there. Otherwise, his figures would have gone to 13.
Mm, yeah, I mean, a very risky run there on his part. A direct hit, as we see in the replay here, would have had his partner out in terms of Honey. So he needs to be careful, Akil here.
Yes, they are well settled here, and their team look to be in a good position. You don't want any such things getting out. Run out is a hideous crown.
hmm Excellent shot there. Lifted, cut off well in the deep backward square boundary. But an excellent attempt by there from Corey, just whipping that to mid wicket. He would have thought he would have connected that and that gone for 4 had it not been for that good fielding effort there.
Yes, it was an absolute effort from Arbaz Ahmed. He is a wonderful cricketer, an all-round cricketer. You can see it from his fielding. Yes, a middle of the bat would have sailed it over boundary, because definitely it was a very good shot.
Yes, indeed. And he posed for it for effect. But I mean, decent going here. I mean, from the Smashers, I would say 36 for 1. One delivery remaining. Ganzani, he'll be looking to perhaps get his first wicket here. Bowls, pitch just up, pushed there to the mid on. Quick run on the part there of Akil. And that was good running. Put the mid on field under pressure.
Yes, indeed, it is very good running. They are putting them under pressure, and this is what is required from their team to stay on their toes and keep rotating.
End of 5 overs, 37 for 1. Dallas Smashers here making an effort as they seek to get a rebound of victory, having lost their first game yesterday. Chicago Catchers, though, if it's up to them, this is their debut game. They want to get off to a winning start. And as we mentioned earlier, this team here, Chicago Catchers, has a lot of Jamaican players. And we do the homework, and these players are from the Jamaica Defense Force. That's the Jamaica Army team, a majority of the players. They are here, hoping to make a mark and perhaps leave this Catchers team to the title here in 2024. But good going on the part of the Smashers in terms of their start. 7.4 after 5 overs, 1 overs remaining in the power play.
Yes, wonderful to see these Jamaican bowlers. They were very good. They were on the spot, and they are well supported by their fielders. They have kept the Dallas Smashers runs under 8 in this power play, which is quite reasonable, and they must be very happy with this effort.
Yes, good start. I mean, we're seeing now here, introduction of a new bowler. We'll get a name for you just now. Left arm spinner here. Hoping to break this partnership that is, looking to set the Smashers to a level. They would want to at least score 8 runs per over, at least 48 runs within the 6 overs. They would feel comfortable. But even the 7.4 here is not bad. Comes in, bowls, it's actually off spin here. Pretty tight, pitch just outside off, turning in, cramping up the batsman here. That is Gori. Decent start there from this new bowler. Comes off spin, pitch outside off, bouncing, keeper just over the sub, collecting, backing off. There was Gory, looking to cut through the cover point region and missing. Good
Yes,
bowling.
he was in no position to connect this because he went far away, wanted to make a room.
Pushing that one there to the point fielder. Decent bowling here from the off spinner, starting just outside off, turning in, cramping the batsman, not giving him any room.
Yes, very good start indeed. His captain must be very happy introducing him, and he is keeping everything under control. It's not very easy for an off spinner to come in and bowl in the power play with such decent length.
Coming up is Daly, bowling outside off, pitching that one a bit up, and over cover goes the batsman. Looking good there on the part of Akil. Excellent shot there. Over pitching, and he just got under it, lifting it over cover. Batsmen like to see the shot, don't they?
Yes, it was in the zone, and he connected it quite beautifully, and there was no one out there in the deep protecting this one.
Indeed. Four more runs added to total. So there we go. I mean, coming in is Daly here, looking to close out a decent bowling effort. That one pitching on middle, turning down the leg side, worked to the mid wicket region. Comfortable single on the part there of Akil, bringing the total to 41. At the end of the power play, at the end of the 6 overs, with a run rate of 7. Good bowling there from Daly, none for 5, you know, in that over. Keeping the scores of the Smashers total to a more comfortable 7 runs per over at 42 for 1 at the end of 6. They'll feel comfortable in terms of that decent start, you'd want to say. But also the bowling team would feel well, because within the power play, teams generally want to score 8 runs. 48 runs would have been their initial target. 10 runs per over at 60 would have been preferred. But, you know, pretty even Stevens here during the end of the power play. So right, as we look to resume the set, get the 7 over going now. Ganizi, he is expected the medium pace from the northern end. He's expected to resume here. None for 12. Hasn't taken a wicket yet. Trying to break this partnership here that is building between Akil and Gori. Who are literally scoring a run a ball. Akil 17 run off 16 deliveries, and Gori 18. So they are matching each other as they seek to lay a foundation for their team, hoping to by the middle of the innings at the 10th over and the back end, the 15th to 20th, trying to get their team to a total potentially of a par score of 160. That would be their target. Running in Gonzazi here, bowls, pitch on the leg, angling down, followed by the batter hitting that behind square, picked up comfortably there by the keeper, running and limiting the run scoring to 1, moving the score to 43 for 1 after 6.1. So Ganizi continues here from the northern end, rubbing that delivery on his pants, trying to get that maybe the swing in. Comes in, bowls, pitch on off, looking to push that one down the ground. There is Gori, not getting much on it. Inside edge as the case may be, no run. So pretty good delivery there, angling into the pads and forcing the batsman to try to go down the ground. He's been unsuccessful there. And decent bowling here by Ganizi. Medium works. Running, pitching just outside off. More room given and taken on the part there of Gori. Lifting that one over the long on boundary. Comfortable shot and getting the full maximum effect there for his team. Must be concerned there is Ganese. I mean, too much weight just outside off. But otherwise, it's a good shot. Recognized it was offline and picked up, and it went into the stands comfortably. Score now moving on to 49 for 1 at the end of the third delivery here in the 6th over. There we go. Good shot. Well timed on the part there, and getting the full reward there was Gori. He moves on to 24. He'll be hoping to produce some more shots like that and perhaps get his team more in the driver's seat here. I mean, they're scoring at 7.5 runs per over here. They want to get over 8 to feel comfortable going into the back end of innings. Comes in here, guys. He pitched them a little bit short, a little bit wide. Backing off was the batsman, not in control, lifting that one to the backward point region. A drop catch, as the case may be. However, the fielder could not hold on. They comfortably do get 2 runs though added to the total, taking the score to 51. So a chance there for Gori. Not in control, lifting that one backward point. I would have hoped that he would have held on to that some more. Pushed it. Did not get over the boundary though. Eventually saved in the end. Whoa, that's a replay. I mean, whoa, that was close. It seems as if the fielder may have been in touch with ropes, but you know, we do not have replays here on the umpire not being able to have the second judgment. So 2 runs added to the total, moving the score to 53 for 1 as the Dallas team here, the Smashers, continue to improve on their scoring. Here running in is Gonzalo. Bold! All ends up and celebrated Ronaldo style. Excellent delivery there from Ganazi. More pitched up to Yorker length and playing all over it was Gori. That's the delivery he was been aiming for. In fact, that seemed as if it hit him on the shoe before it hit the stump. But a welcome wicket there. Finally getting a breakthrough is Ganazi. He now moves for 1 to 23 off his overs so far. And getting the breakthrough here of the second pair for the Dallas Smashers team. And bringing back the Chicago Catchers into this match. He'll feel comfortable is Ganazi as per his captain. And what we have here, a good comeback here by this Chicago Catchers team, as you mentioned earlier, possessing a lot of Jamaican players, primarily from the Jamaica Defense Force team, or the national champions there in Jamaica, coming here, playing in their first game, and having a decent start. You'd want to argue 53 for 2, getting toward the top batters for this Dallas team. And they will be hoping for more. They would have preferred to maybe be 53 for 4 at the start of this 7th over to be more comfortable. But they were just 1 wicket in the bag. Now they're 2, courtesy of some accurate bowling there from Ganese. Pitched up, hitting the batsman in the stool, ricocheting onto the stump, and getting rid of the ever fluent batter Gori. Coming to the crease now is the Damien Rowe for this the Dallas team. Ganazi may have different. Backing out. I guess the adrenaline is up. I mean, after getting that wicket, and it is interesting to see the celebration, jumping like Cristiano Ronaldo in the air, turning and pulling his hand behind him, football style in a cricket game. That's an encouraging celebration. That one's for the highlight reels for this for later from Ganazi. Interesting situation we find here. Ganazi coming in from the northern end. Bold. Another Yorker length delivering another wicket. And he's on fire. 2 wickets in 2 balls from Ganazi. And he again does the Ronaldo celebration. Surrounded by his team. High five all around. Excellent Yorker delivery there. Let's see if this one, yes, again coming right through the batter. He's not having a chance. Is the new batter here. And he's gone for naught. And it's no 53 for 3 at the end of 7 overs. Excellent bowling there by Ganazi as we welcome our fellow commentator back into the booth here. And as we are aware from our commentary over the past couple of days, Faiza Iqbal, he's manning the seat right now. What a gem of a bowling there from Ganazi. 2 wickets in 2 balls. He now has 2 for 23.
Absolutely, what a bowling from the fast bowler. He was just yoked him, and the batsman didn't even know which direction it came in. He was in no man's land, no footwork, no eye movement, no bat position. It surprised him actually.
Dipping delivery there, and as you would have perhaps, I don't know if you saw it, it was the other delivery, it was similar, hitting the batter Gore on his toe and clean bowling him, and another clean bowling effort. The happy man is Ganazi.
Yes, Rahimullah, you know, he's a good fast bowler, picked up by the Chicago catchers.
All right, coming in now is Daly, off spinner. He bowled a decent over last time around, none for 5. This one pitching outside off, turning in, cramping the batsman here once again. But the Dallas Smashers were 53 for 1, you know, 54 for 3. They are not feeling good in their dugout. 3 of their top batters in, 7 overs in, even though they are at a run rate of 7, which is, you know, okay for this level of the game.
Yeah, I think they are in a good start, but actually they are losing wickets. This is the main concern area, which they need to have a partnership between these two. Akhil is already set it out on 18 or 19 in 18 balls, and Lesmond is a new batter in, so they need to have a partnership.
Daly comes in and bowling. That one pitches on mid to the left, and worked on the onside there, right at mid wicket. Comfortable single in the end for the new batter Lesmond. He gets off the mark, and the score now moves on to 55 for 3.
Absolutely, 55 for 3 in 7.2 overs.
Comes in here, Daly goes back over the wicket. He has been tied, none for 7. He'll be looking for his first wicket. Comes in, aborted, run up there. Adrenaline flowing for the team. 2 wickets in the previous over. Actually in a hat-trick now is Ghanese. But Daly is hoping to keep things tight or even get another breakthrough.
Absolutely, in T20 cricket, everything just changes quickly. Played it on the leg side, and for 4 runs. He played it on very fine on the leg side with the spin, and there was no fielder behind square leg. You see, he saw the ball on the leg side, played it with the spin and used the pace of the bowler for 4 runs for his team. Dallas Smashers need to build this partnership, taking down the pressure of 2 wickets back to back.
Coming in here is Daly. He'll be wanting to bowl the different, pitching outside off. Much room given and taken advantage of in terms of whipping that to deep backward point. Coming through for the second. The throw comes in. Pretty weak effort for the throw. I mean, the team would not maybe be comfortable with that, the captain. But was that too hard?
Yes, it was good running between the wickets. You have to give credit to the batters, but umpire just giving them warning of not run straight onto the wicket. That's not allowed. You have to run on the sides.
Indeed, Daly comes in pitching. That one goes down leg and appeal. Clearly that's not out. That's heading down. Hitting the pad. That should be signaling a leg by. That takes the score to 62 for 3. As we close out here, we move. I mean, we have 1 more delivery to go, but poor bowling there. That should have been capitalized on.
Yes, absolutely. He's bowling middle and leg. He's got the field set it up for that, but if he could have played it a bit more finer, then there would have chance for another boundary.
Right, or had he been in a better position there, Akhil, he could have taken advantage. Comes in, flighted, outside off. I mean, good bounce and turn.
Played and miss. 62 for 3 after 8 overs. Dallas Smashers are looking to build this partnership. Very important for them. especially after two back-to-back wickets.
Right, indeed. And especially given how they come into the game, having lost their first game. This is the first game for the catchers here in US Open 2024. And the Smashers do not want to go down to two defeats.
Absolutely,
Right.
they definitely want to win the first game for this tournament to keep the hopes and the confidence alive.
Right, indeed. Meanwhile, this Chicago Catchers team, as we mentioned earlier, with a plethora of Jamaicans, largely from the Jamaica Defence Force team, or the national champions there in Jamaica, they want to get off to a winning start and send a message that they're here to potentially win this thing.
Absolutely, that's what I heard yesterday, Pierre. Somebody was telling me that these are military boys, I think.
Yes, indeed.
And they're playing cricket and they're very good in that. So I thought, why they're not playing for West Indies then?
You have a couple, Chell and Kochel and others, comes in flight to deliver there. I mean, pitching and leg and followed there by the batter Akil. He moves on now to 26. He has been comfortable so far. I mean, from 22 deliveries, and he's the linchpin of this Dallas Smashers total so far of 63 for 3 in here in the ninth over.
Absolutely, he's playing really well. He needs to build this partnership, and somebody need to play around him, so that whatever target they have in their mind, they can put it on the scoreboard.
Indeed, and at this level, you'd want to think that par scores maybe 8 runs per over. They get 160, they'll feel very comfortable. 7 runs give them 140, which means that they would have to bowl very well.
Absolutely, they are almost 7.71 current run rate. Play towards long off for single, and like we were talking about the West Indian players, West Indies cricket is actually looking for some new good players. If they play really well here in this US Open tournament, they can be an eye to play for the West Indies.
Indeed, it's a tournament off spinner here, a new off spinner.
And on the offside, given to the batsman. He opened up his arms and cut between the two fielders for 4 runs.
Yeah, good shot there. Actually, I seen it the opportunity, leaning back on the back foot, and pulling out the cut shot, beating the point fielder comfortable. Welcome boundary.
Absolutely, they are slowly and gradually building this partnership.
Comes in, bowls his Kosa,
and he missed the ball. For a moment I thought it just went straight to the stumps, but it turned. The batsman gave him the opportunity there, shying away from the stumps.
Indeed.
Good bowling by Abdullah Khoso. Full toss on the leg side and a sloppy bit of fielding. 2 runs. Leg byes.
2 unnecessary runs, you would argue. I mean, as a new spinner, the skipper would have said, keep it tight. And those deliveries that are hanging on leg is giving the batter some, almost free hit opportunities.
Absolutely. Abdullah Khoso, the bowler, we selected him recently, the US Open trials in Karachi, Pakistan. There's 7 to 8 boys, selected boys are here. From that 500 boys appeared in the trials. It's very lucky that these boys are playing in this tournament all the way from Pakistan and Karachi.
Indeed. End of the ninth over now. We're 71 for 3, the Dallas Smashers, as we approach the midway stage here in this contest. Run rate of 7.89, as you say, they would be comfortable because this is almost laying a foundation. Because if they can get the momentum between the 10th and the 15th over, not to mention at the depth between the 5th and 20th, they could definitely keep this momentum, get their 160 bar score or above, and make this game very difficult for this Chicago Catchers team.
Absolutely, as many as runs can help them building up a big total on the scoreboard. In batting, there is always you have to listen about the partnerships. Same goes in bowling. There are partnerships in bowling, there are partnerships in batting. Towards of the offside, cut between the two fielders and 4 runs.
Too much room given there on the part of Daly. He would have been bowling his 3rd, I believe, over it is now. He should be much more tighter. You cannot be short and wide off spinner. That's That's 4 runs being asked for. I mean, every day and maybe twice on a Sunday.
Absolutely, yes, but that was a really bad ball. You can't bowl that line away from the batter. Again, batsman was trying to give room to himself to play on the offside.
Better come back there a little bit straighter, pitching just outside off, and cramping the batsman there for room.
On the leg side, there's an appeal of an LBW and being given out. He saw the batsman shuffling across the wicket to play on the leg side, hit straight into his pad, hitting middle stump.
Indeed, maybe halfway up as well.
Yeah, we can see the leg and middle clearly being seen.
A very poor shot there on the part of the batter. He departs. I mean, you kind of missed an off spinner there, pitching outside off, going to hit middle stump. He had to connect. I mean, in fact, it was an ill-advised shot. You don't go across the line for that.
Absolutely, but these days, in the shorter formats, you have to play on both sides of the wicket, especially on the leg side, to get the maximum out of it. Unorthodox shots, we say. Improvisation, very important in modern day cricket these days. The new players need to learn how to improvise, and I think when you take a chance, sometimes you click and sometimes you get out, and that's what cricket learnings are all about.
Right. I guess he needs to go back to the net and learn to keep his eye on that delivery. But I mean, what is interesting now? 75 for 4. We were just at 53 for 1. So sliding here is Dallas Smashers. Their main batters are being put out of the way, and we have relatively 2 new batsmen here. Samai Sadiq, he's yet to face the delivery, and Alderman Lesman, he has placed 3 deliveries but only scored 2 runs. So a good bowling performance here by the catchers inside the first half of this encounter.
Yes, Sadiq played really well yesterday in the first game for Dallas Smashers. Let's see how he performed today. He's a strongly built guy, likes to hit on the leg side.
Well, Daly will have other ideas. He comes in, bowls, pitch outside off, keeping it tight. It's almost a similar delivery to the what just dismissed the batsman earlier, but this batsman has shown respect on the front foot.
Yes, he knows his wicket is important. He don't want to give it away.
Comes in, Daly here, a little bit more in, pitching closer to the middle stump, tight. The new batter still has to respect that. He kind of lift it back here. Daly's keeping it tight.
Yes, he knows how important this partnership can be to build and put a big score on the board.
Comes in Daly, another flighted delivery, another delivery that has to be respected by the new batter. He looks fairly competent, as you mentioned earlier, Sadiq, very comfortable on the front foot and playing a defensive shot.
Absolutely, and sometimes the pressure can make you change the game you play, and probably I think the wickets put in straight away Sadiq under pressure of not hitting shots from the first ball. He knows that there are 10 more overs to go, 75 for 4. In 10 they've got halfway done, and halfway go we've still got 6 wickets in hand.
Yeah, fairly balanced game, you'd say, right?
Yeah, because in this format 13 players can play. So any team who has got the maximum batters with them in the 13 players can play them, which is a good opportunity so that everyone can get a chance to score runs.
Worked on the onside there by Lesman from the off spinner here, Koso. He's pitched that one maybe between mid and leg. He would want to be on the offside to the left-hander for the captain's purpose. But he needs to be tighter because none for 10 this in his second over.
Yes. Abdullah Khoso, the youngster, selected from 500 players.
Much better. More flighted, outside off. The batsman not leaving his crease here, attempting, I don't know what you call that shot.
Yeah, it was trying to cut the ball.
That is too close to cut. Comes in his course. Ooh, bad delivery.
White ball.
Bad delivery, full toss, down leg stump, missed out there on the part of the new batter here, Sadiq. That should have been 4 yesterday and today.
Absolutely. He missed a full toss.
comes in his course, more flighted. Batter here pulling, jogging that one from outside the off to the mid wicket, reach a deep mid wicket fielder running in, only a single, taking a score now to 78 for 4. And you know where this game lies is interesting. Both teams I feel they're in a decent position.
Yes, Koso coming round towards the left-hander, played towards long on for single.
Coming getting a little bit tighter here is Koso. Singles and not boundaries are able, flighted outside off, drag down to the mid off. You get the feeling here from Sadiq, he's just working himself in. When he started, he just respected dot balls. Now he's just looking to get some singles.
Yes, he's milking away his inning.
And as you can see, quite, a rotund fella. He seems as if he gets his eyes in, he can hit the long one.
Absolutely. He's a strongly built man, Sadiq. Appeal for an LBW.
Just going down according to the umpire. Very risky shot there on the part of the left-handed Lesman, trying to pull that delivery. Maybe pitched on leg. The umpire saying just outside off. Just outside leg, sorry.
Yes, he.
Got the benefit of the doubt there, but he would want to either A, connect that delivery is Lesman, or B, leaving that one to go. 80 for 4 at the end of 11 overs. I mean, they're going at a current run rate of 7 runs, 7.227 runs per over here. The projected score is 145. I'm not sure how comfortable they'll be with that, because a team earlier today made 154 and still lose. So I think their target is maybe 160 here, the Dallas Smashers, to feel comfortable.
Yes, you're absolutely right. There's a dot ball for Chicago catchers. Sadiq now needs to put on some runs. There's a go for a big one. Try to slog it on the leg side. Settle for single. It's quick onto the runs. He reminds me of a Sri Lankan former captain, Arjuna Ranatunga.
The right-handed version.
Right-handed version, you remember? And a right-handed version of David Boone and Mike Gatting of Australia and England.
Indeed.
They were the legendary batters with a bit of pounds on them.
Coming in no daily.
Pulls towards the leg side. 6 runs.
Up and over. A little bit on the short side here, Daly. I mean, who is 1 for 18 so far. I believe this is his final. But short, and giving the left on the Lesman some room. He has been wanting a free hit delivery like that, and he didn't miss out.
Absolutely. He saw the ball short, and then he pulled it out towards the leg side.
Yeah, taking the score to 87 for 4. And getting the run rate back over 7.5 with a projected score of 151. Outside off there, cut away there to the deep backward point by Lesman. He moves on now to 12. So he's growing in confidence, and his team will be wanting him. He came in ahead of Sadiq here as the more perhaps established stroke player, while Sadiq seems to be more of a hitting type. So let's see what happens. Cut there by Sadiq, again deep backward point, a little bit outside off, a little bit of room there provided by Daly, and at the end of the day he moves on now to 5 is Sadiq, and brings back Lesman on strike. So a little partnership here. I mean, they're trying to rebuild the Dallas Smashers as they attempt to get to the projected score here, currently 150 or over. As we welcome back our fellow commentator. who has been doing a fine job all morning. Iman, your thoughts on the game so far?
Yes, thank you very much. It's good to see Dallas Smashers recovering after a bit of crumble in between. Chicago catchers were all over them, and they have got the 4 wickets inside 10 overs. Sami Sadiq and Edriman Lesman has a huge responsibility, and it's so good to see Lesman out there. I have been watching him throughout the Legends tournament. He played beautifully. He is so fit. His shot execution, his running between the wickets, and his game awareness is exceptional. So his experience, along with other players playing in this Dallas Mesher side, would surely give a lot of confidence to all those youngsters taking up this sport.
Course of flighting that one a little bit wide there, providing an easy opportunity for Sadiq to just push that one to the backward point fielder there on the square, taking the score to 90, 10 runs away from the 100 landmark, and taking his score to 5 off 10 deliveries is Sadiq. Lesman is there on 11 from 9.
Yes, this Sadiq played beautifully, and it's a lovely looking shot, but there's a protection who has done a wonderful job actually pushing this back inside the rope and saving those important run for his team.
Oh my God! And now we have overthrows all the way to the boundary, and I believe the batsman had already made 2, so this should be 6 runs. Poor feeling there on the part here of the Chicago catchers team to here. Fumble the pickup, and B, the overthrows, missing the keeper, as we see in the replay here. Sloppy cricket.
Yes, 6 runs have been signaled by umpire. You don't see it very often. In fact, I have not seen it before. 6 runs off the overthrow.
Yes, so poor feeling there on the part of the Chicago catchers. Maybe their first blip of the morning so far. Comes in there, is Scotch. Outside off to the left on the Lesman. He pushes to the backward point fielder there on the square, and they only get 1 run, but it is one welcome run, taking the score to 96 for 4, and taking the run rate to 7.7, trying to get it up to 8. They have been trying to do that from the opening over the Smashers. Can they do it by the end of this game?
Yeah, they should be able to do it, but this partnership is much building up, and if it keeps going on, then they surely can have it. Meanwhile, we have seen a single run here from Sadiq's bat.
Looking ever so comfortable. I like his approach to his innings, I was mentioning earlier. Started off by respecting, getting a feel of the pitch, the conditions. Now dealing with milking a lot of singles and just rotating the strike. Seems as if he's trying to ensure he starts to see this delivery as big as possible before he starts to lift his bat.
Yes, his team was in trouble when he went in, so he did his part beautifully. Now he has to stay longer there to carry it on further with his partner Lesman, who is a very experienced cricketer.
Indeed. Kosa, none for 23. He has been the poorest of the bowlers so far for this catcher's team. Believe this is even his final over. Short, wide, lifted there. A little bit of half chance for the short cover fielder there, given by Lesman, not taken however, and 2 runs in the end, and that should take the Smashers to their 100 landmark, coming in at the end of the 12th over, 100 for 4, and the Dallas Smashers, who've got a run rate of 7.6, is setting themselves up for maybe a good run at the back end, and potentially setting a decent total for the Chicago catchers to chase in this their first game of USA Open 2024, while it is the Smashers' second.
Yes, and I want to add that the last effort from the fielder reminded me very much of the Legends Cup, where we saw everyone holding the ball with their foot. And again, this effort in this US Open Premier Cricket League reminded me of that. But what a great effort from all of those legends who are playing here. They have shown some beautiful cricketing shots, their passion of the game, and I hope these youngsters have learned a lot from those. They are naturally quick, they are fit, they are athletic, but they must have to learn from their elders.
Indeed, new bowler entering the setup here. We'll get his name for you in a moment. 100 for 4. Which team do you believe would feel more comfortable at this stage, at the start of the 13th over?
Yes, I think Chicago catchers are in a game so far because they have been able to restrict them under 113 overs. But yes, looking at these figures, I think Dallas Smashers are also quite comfortable because they have 42 balls, and if they are able to score on each of those balls, they certainly have 142 runs, and definitely they would be looking for scoring runs above 6 average. So yes, both the teams are in. It totally depends. Yes, it's 50-50.
It's 50-50. A good contest here for the neutrals. We're not supporting either teams, which is a good contest. Could go either way from here. Very good bowling spell. Could limit this Smashers team to a below par score 140 or less. And some excellent hitting in the end could take the Smashers team beyond the 168 runs per over, and take the game at a level whereby it will put the Chicago catchers and batters under a lot of pressure.
Yes, absolutely.
New batter is Leighton Okina. This is one of the soldiers again from the Jamaica, and he comes in medium pacer. I mean, medium pacer is a strong word because he does comes in, as we can see there, at a good steam. That is his first delivery. As he warms up, he'll get quicker. One or more quicker bowlers in Jamaica. He has made the Jamaica trials and is looking to play first class cricket for the Jamaica team, which ultimately I would prepare him, if he had a decent season, to be on the radar for the West Indies team. So this is an opportunity for him to play in leagues like these and help get experience, maybe help to build his brand, build his name. But decent pacer here is Leslie.
Yes, he started with the new ball and bowled an excellent spell there. Got the wicket out for his team. Yes, he is quick and definitely a young talent and a prospect for West Indies in the coming days. Oh, could have hit the batter. Good save there for Sami Sadiq. He ducked that one.
Yeah, still warming up here is the bowler Leslie. That was a decent delivery, but forced into a single there on the part of Lesman. He's now moved on to 21. He has placed 14 deliveries, so he's scoring at well over a run a ball. Sadiq is now facing. Slowing it a bit down. There is Leslie. And in a comfortable position is Sadiq, pulling that one to mid wicket, and moving his total to 9 of 14 deliveries. So slowing it down a bit, Leslie here, maybe trying to more on the control side rather than the pace, but still comfortably handled by Sadiq.
Yeah, didn't want to stay predictable for Sami Sadiq, who is ready to hit on everything, because by the looking at his card, he had extended his arm, but the slower one helped him score a run only.
Coming here, I mean, decent run up, maybe from about 10 run wide there. A little bit slow again, trying to push it wide, but too wide. The signal wide by the umpire, and an unnecessary extra here of the what should have been the fourth delivery. So he has to re-bowl that one. Is Leslie 1 for 17?
Yeah, I have not seen anyone hitting a good ball here, so I think we don't need anything extras here.
Oh, worked off the hips there by Lesman. Good shot. Straight there on the pads there is Leslie, and not missing out is Lesman.
Yeah, he missed their line here. But I would say that there was nothing much wrong with the delivery. He executed this very well.
Yes, indeed. Getting inside that one. Good batting there on the part of Lesman. He now moves on to 27, and the score now moves on to 110 for 4. So the run rate has finally gotten over 8 runs. It's, where the Smashers want to be.
Yes, certainly. they are back in the game and they now may be able to put up a great and decent total for their team. It depends a lot on this partnership because both these batters are set out there.
You're comfortable. 15 balls, Lesman has faced. He's gone on to 27. And 13 balls as Sadiq faced. I mean, he's 8. And I think he's just bubbling and watching. But Lesman here seems to be growing in confidence. Leslie running in, pitching just on off. Can't get to freeze on his Lesman. And he's almost run out. Is that the case? I mean, he's hobbled. He didn't ground the bat. Was that a run out chance there?
Yes, definite chance there. If it was a direct hit.
Not wanting that would have been Lesman or the Smashers because he is so far the set player with 26 runs and streak a single. One would have thought that. What did he do? Misread it? Pitch? I mean, because he didn't even attempt to ground his bat.
Yes, it went straight to the fielder. So maybe he gave up. He knew that he cannot run like a Ferrari. He has misjudged this run.
Coming in, trying to get some steam here is Leslie. Pitched up, the most aggressive we have seen so far of Sadiq, lifting that one over mid on one bounce to the man there at what we call that cow corner. Getting in a single there is Sadiq. He moves on to 9. The Smashers know we are now at the end of the 14th. And it's 110 for 4. The run rate has dropped a little bit to 7.8. We're approaching the last 5 overs here at the death of this innings, and both teams still feel as if they are doing okay. You'd say?
Yes, like I said, both teams are in the game. They can change it to their way. It depends a lot upon the consistency of each of them. If the bowlers continue to bowl with this discipline, it would be difficult for the Dallas Smashers. And Dallas Smashers has to keep these wickets in hand and go as long as they can till the end of the over because these two batters are set out there and Lisman is ready to take on everything.
Indeed. Bowling team wants to keep it to 140 or less. The batting team wants to get it 160 or more. Which one will give? As we have 6 more to go before the end of the innings here for Dallas Smashers, who, as we mentioned earlier, seeking to rebound, having lost their first game yesterday. They are facing the Chicago catchers team, who are out on the field for the first time and is wanting to win and send a message to the other competing teams that US Open 2024 could be theirs.
Yeah.
That's the message they want to send. So both teams are hunting victory for different reasons. And it's another, as we may say, an exciting game so far. This season is turning out a lot of good games.
Yes, obviously we want to see a good competition between any teams, and we want to be supportive of the cricket, of the growth of the cricket, and every nail-biting match would increase entertainment for the crowd.
Pitched up. This is one of the better bowlers. He comes back, Ganzi. That was an hat-trick delivery. But it turned out to be 4. A decent shot there from Sadiq. Over pitch just outside off, and he just placed that one backward of point. Attempted Yorker again. That got him the first 2 deliveries that put him on his hat-trick here is Ganzani, but picked up very well here on the part of Sadiq. A little bit more wide than the previous Yorkers, which was more on middle stump.
Yes, not a decent line with the field set he had. If he had someone out there in the deep third man, then it was certainly a good ball. He has to read out his line and he has to adjust his field accordingly.
And the deep third man is now there. But no hat-trick here for Ganzani, but very disciplined bowling.
Oh. Came back in this time to Sami Sadek, who wanted to take it on, but completely missed it.
Yeah, giving himself some room there, trying to lift that one over mid-wicket. But the angle, decent ball liner, because he comes in at a decent angle, and he angles that Yorker length. That one was a little bit off, but when he does get it on the line, it makes the batsman have to come down quickly. And we saw 2 batsmen be clean bowled in his previous over. Zani comes up bold, another Yorker attempt.
Wonderful ball. He thinks he got his man, but there is no edge on the bat, and umpire has made it clear that it's not out.
Decent bowling, and the Yorker, his length is so good because this delivery here, what Sadiq is wanting to do is get on the delivery. He gives him backs off a bit, but the ball is following him on this occasion and getting between him and leg stump. It could have been a bold delivery because of the Yorker length.
Yeah, I would say that Sami Sadiq made it more difficult for himself as well, because he tried to make a room on the Yorker delivery. Oh,
A little bit short.
what is going on?
An appeal for caught behind. But the ball, I mean, signaling Sadiki is that the ball hit his thigh pad. The keeper and the bowler thought that came off maybe a glove. The umpire thought that nothing was in it as well. Let's see on the replay what happened.
Yeah, I know. I don't think there's anything on this.
If the batter is signaling that it hit his thigh pad, that wasn't close to his thigh pad. That more hit his glove.
Glove, maybe, yeah.
So that was a chance. Look at this one again on the replay. Why? That hit the glove. So it was a good appeal there by the bowler. He's appealing to the square leg. First, he then to the standing umpire. Sadiki getting alive. Digged out was that Yorker there now by Sadiq. And it's one of those things in cricket. You know he edged it. And, you know, he signaled that it hit my thigh pad. The bowler and the keeper knew that hit the glove as per the replay.
Yes, that was smart of him.
You know, trying to convince the umpire, do not change your mind. Not out. But excellent bowling here. I mean, going around the wicket now is Ganzani. I think this is final over. But 2 for 29, and he's bowling very good Yorker length deliveries. Not always on the stump, but when he was on the stump, he gets his wicket. When he's not off, the batsmen have difficulty trying to score him. So good T20 bowling here. Good Yorker type bowling.
Yeah, he has made it difficult for the batsman to take charge of his bowling. He is not allowing any room to these batters to carry on.
Comes in bowl a little bit pitched up there, and coming in was Lesmond, working that one to deep backward square. A comfortable single in the end, and not Yorker length pitched up. I mean, he's trying hard to get as much, but he's not going to get all the Yorkers. Nobody does.
Yes, you are absolutely right here.
But good disciplined bowling. 2 for 30 is Ganizi. He wants to get a third one to really get some stats that shows how well he has done.
Yeah, another one down the wicket, and it would be called wide. Sami Sadiq is unlucky, he didn't get anything on this one. Otherwise, it would have gone for 4 because we don't have a deep fine leg, but there is a short fine leg placed for this.
Yeah, missing that one completely this time. No appeal and no need to signal that the ball hit his thigh pad there, Sadiq. And he comes in bowl, Yorker length this time, and just being respected by Sadiq, just getting the back on in time, hitting that one down to mid-on, and then jogging through for the single. But an otherwise decent bowling spell here by Ganizi. He has been able to restrict the scoring somewhat. 119 for 4 Dallas Smashers now. At the end of 15, going at the death. Run rate of 7.9, roughly 8. The projected targeted score of 159. Batting wise, they would feel like they're in front. Bowling wise, the catchers may very well feel we just need to be getting wickets in this last period.
But looking at the run rate and the projected score, if they are able to achieve it, it won't be very easy for the Chicago catchers to chase it down because it is too much, and Chicago catchers has to be very much disciplined here to restrict them anything under 150.
Indeed, yeah. I mean, getting to 160, 8 runs per over, we call that par. Every T20 team would take that if they were to start a game, and you know, it's going to be always a tough chase. But as you mentioned, catchers, for their part, want to perhaps get this projected score to the below 150, preferably 147 runs per over. They have to bowl out to their skin for that to happen.
Yes, of course. And they have got great bowlers with them. Rahimullah Ghanizai maybe has done his spell, but the other bowlers who have started with the new ball, the spinners, they have been on the spot. But we have to see that how they may be able to handle this pressure, because these last 5 overs are very crucial in the T20 innings.
Yes, and set is the batsman there, Lesman, Alderman Lesman, 27 runs off 17 deliveries, and his partner, Sami Sadiq, he's 15 from 19. So two batters who can turn on if they want, because they have been out there for a few overs now.
Yeah, Rizwan Chima is the new bowler in for Chicago Catchers.
Pitching just he's bowling around and angling that one, pitching an off, going across the right-handed Sadiq, but he's in a good position to push that one to the cover, taking the score to 120 and his personal score to 16. So the new bowler here, what is his strategy, you think?
Yeah, maybe he must be looking for maybe looking for them to rotate the strike, not to go over like scoring a boundaries, because definitely under six is acceptable for the team Chicago Catchers.
Rizwan Sima is the new bowler. Bowling around, this time to left hand, he's staying around,
Oh.
keeping low, an appeal, an attempt, potential run out. Nothing happening there, but it was a decent shot. But bowling from around the wicket, umpires are very reluctant, to give. But going across the line, Lesman is playing with danger.
Oh yeah, I think definitely it's going up. It was in the line, but height might be the issue.
Yeah, and angling
Oops.
down. Pitched up, one bounce to the deep, long off, long on fielder there. One run to Lesman, taking the score to 121 for 4. He got an opportunity to perhaps swing that one over the boundary, but didn't get a good connect. Coming in, flighted. Sadiq is struggling now. I mean, surprisingly now to try. He left the crease just now, trying to get on the off spinner to lift him perhaps, but he doesn't have much length on the bat. He's not getting under the delivery.
Yes, it did not reach to the pitch of the ball.
Alright, a little bit shorter. Standing back is Sadiq and slapping that one a little bit straight and to get in maximum reward. 4 runs. I believe this is his second boundary of the innings, but backing off and slapping crossbat shot, tennis shot somewhat, and getting maximum reward with the long off a bit wide. Is Sadiq.
Yeah, I did not expect it would reach the boundary, because we usually have straight fielders at the end of the innings. Good run this is from both these batters. They were in on time.
Indeed. And there we go, a single to end the over. Sadiq there slapping that one in the cover region. Fielder picked up Leslie, hit the stump, but in quotation or in bracket, that replay
In the bracket.
that replay may suggest that the bat may be in the air, or it would have been a close call had there been a replay. Let us see. Batting ground, hitting stump just about the same time.
Yes.
Umpire not in the greatest of position to even attempt. He gave the batsman the benefit of the doubt there.
Sami Sadiq is so lucky today.
Indeed. Not being called on the caught behind, and perhaps not being called here on the run out.
I didn't see any aggressive appeal from the fielding side as well.
Yeah, not as aggressive. But the score is now 126 for 4. We're heading into the 17. 4 overs remain. Alderman Lesman is on 28, and he joining the 20s club is Sami Sadiq. He's on 21, and the run rate is at 7.8. So still good going by Dallas Smashers.
Oh my goodness, you wanted to attempt a slow one back of the hand here, but completely missed it this time, and it's a no ball called by the umpire. So free hit for Sami Sadiq.
That's more like a nothing ball. What happened? Slippery hands there, flying well high over Sadiq's head, and now we have a free hit on his part. The new bowler is Dennis, Andre Dennis. Poor start on his part for this over of his.
What
He's none
is
for
he
13
doing?
having bowled earlier. Hmm. Pull up. Oh, he's actually retaking his run up there. He's saying that's why I was off rhythm and that's why that slipped. Well, let us see. Hmm. Dennis backing himself as a pacer. That looks to be 15 yards out. He comes in trying to be rhythmic, a little bit outside off. Lifting is that delivery. Lifting the bat is Sadiq. Throwing his bat there. Outside edge, but only one bounce down to the third man fielder.
Yes, I think he bowled very well to Sami Siddiq because he know anything in the zone, in the full length, he might be able to take it off. But a good length ball, he would find it difficult to hit on even with a free hit.
Brings Leslie on the strike. He's on 28. How would you rate this Leslie innings? He hasn't been swashbuckling. 28 of 19. Effective?
Yes, very much effective, and he has taken his team out of the trouble, so he's doing really wonderful here. He hasn't got much opportunity to play after 17 balls, and here we go. He goes big, and there's a fielder out there. We have to see what he does. Saving couple for his team, definitely.
Yeah, 2 runs there, 2 welcome runs. Over pitching there on the part of Dennis, and free swinging his arms was Lesman. He now moves on to 30. The score now moves on to 130 for 4 after 16.2. Decent going by the batting team here. The catchers needs to be bowling out to their skin, as I said earlier, to try and peg back this scoring, but it's not happening. Coming in here is Dennis. Run up. I mean, get in a little bit. A purchase there from the wicket. Feet high up in the air, as per I don't know if you know the West Indies, former West Indies pacer Patrick Patterson. That's really, his front leg is very high in the air back in the 80s and 90s. But that one climbed on the batter, so much so that he had to ride it and drop it in front of him, getting a single. But a little bit pacey on that one was Dennis.
Yes, I think he's bowling really quick here. Quicker than anyone else in this match so far. You think so?
Arguably. But let's see if he gets better. Coming, bows. Yeah, he does. Little bit more pacier, more bounce. Sadiq didn't have any clue there. Backed off and I just swung the bat at it, trying to get it to mid wicket, but beaten for pace all ends up.
Yes, maybe they are waiting for the signal of the
No
leg
ball.
umpire.
No ball signal by the square leg umpire for potentially height. What's happening here? The standing umpire has moved over to the square leg here because that doesn't seem to be that high. The captain and the pacer is questioning what's happening, but the square leg umpire is standing his ground, saying that one was a bit too over the shoulder.
Yes, I don't think that a standing umpire agreed with him. Maybe that's why he went to him and asked that why is he signaling a wide.
No,
Rizwan Chima is also arguing about it.
signaling a no ball.
Oh, it was a no ball.
Yeah, no ball for height.
Oh,
Yeah, he's saying the ball bounced over the batter's head. But the umpire, the standing umpire, believes that was between the head and the shoulder. So maybe that's why he went over to the square leg to ask him, why did you call
oh
it?
yes, he has called it a no ball.
Yeah,
And
eventually.
free hit has been given.
Yes. So the bowler should be peeved there, and the captain was peeved earlier because that doesn't seem as high as the square leg may have called it. But it has been called, and it's a free hit here for Sadiq. Let us see if he can capitalize. Dennis is really, turning up a speed here.
What do you think? It's going to be a slower one?
Let's just see. Then he comes in, pitched up, and it's a free hit. So swinging his arm there was Sadiq, getting a single in the end. No fielder got onto the end of it. So 1 run would have gone with the extra of the no ball. So perhaps not as expensive.
Yes, bowled beautifully. He knew that he has got a pace with him, so pitching it on the length would save him.
Yeah, so decent bowling from Dennis here in this over, having started with a no ball. He has been, growing in speed and confidence and putting the batters under problems. Oh, a little bit Yorker wide, and what? Been called. The bowler is furious with the umpire. He believed that was in the blue line, and it appears that it was in the blue line. But the umpire said no, that maybe A would have pitched just outside the blue and angling further wide. So the bowler must be wondering what's happening.
We've got to see it now. Who is right and who is wrong?
See, definitely within the blue.
It was in the blue line.
So the bowler has all right to be furious. He feels like he has been robbed the no ball and not robbed the wide. Coming in is Dennis. Pitched up, on, off, and scuddling it was the batsman here, Lesman. Turning it behind square and getting all four that was on offer because of the shot.
Yes, beautifully played. This is from Lesman. He took this away and hit it in the gap.
Yes, and definitely looking far more a better player as his innings does progress, Alderman Lesman. Because looking to attempt to quote-unquote sweep the pace here is a brave shot. As are at least swiddling the pace. Dennis, what was his response here? Short, expected. And staying back on the back foot, there was Dennis. And just throwing his arms at it. Ended up in the wicket. Ended up in his dismissal. So, who has the last laugh here would have been Dennis. A little bit shorter. And bouncing, not in control. And eventually airing that one in the cover region. And coming in was Ganese, taking the catch comfortably in the end and dismissing the growing in confidence Lesman, the top scorer of the inning so far, and getting the catchers back into this game, quote unquote. Not that they're totally out, but getting this fifth wicket, 138 for 5 at the end of 17, 3 main. Projected score here at 162. 8 runs, 8.1 runs is the run rate. Smashers in control, but catchers still hoping that they can end better.
Yes, they have broken this build partnership. We have to see what this new man can do for his team. Sami Sadiq is all set out there. And we have to commend the communication between the last two fielders. The point called it early on, but he saw the cover coming in, so he was very quick to respond to him. Did not make any misunderstanding there, and in the end took that catch beautifully.
Yes. And the captain here for the catchers team in the audience with the both umpires, because he's still questioning why was that wide called and why was that no ball called earlier. Smiling, but the umpires, I believe both of them got those calls wrong. In addition to other couple calls earlier, not having the best of games. If I may dare say, these umpires, because the one that called wide, he was the one who missed out and caught behind from Sadiq. But such is the game of cricket. Without a third umpire and without television replay, sometimes it's not going to go as it should.
Yeah, two errors are human. And we can see such things happening in cricket matches.
Indeed, 138 for 5, Dallas Smashers. This in their second encounter, hoping to rebound from the opening defeat yesterday against the Chicago Catchers, who are playing their first match in this USA Open 2024 series. One of the best here in the USA. This tournament here, year in, year out, it is spoken about by most players in the American circuit, and it's proven to be a good competition so far. Up in the air. A little bit short here on the part of Leslie, and the very short, but if one may say it's stocky, Sadiq tried to see if he could get that one down the ground. Succeeded to get a single. A little bit aerial, but he's moved on to 24. Off 28 deliveries. Close to a runner ball. but it is enough. I mean, he's keeping his team over the 8 runs per over run rate and over the projected target score from here at 160, which should be a challenge for any team chasing, not just the catchers who are in their first match.
Yes, obviously it would be a big task for them to chase. Siddhant Shah is the new batsman in, and his left-handed batsman will face his first delivery of Leslie. Leighton O'Kane Leslie.
Yes, indeed. And Leslie coming a little bit short. That one is definitely between the shoulder and the head. No, no ball being signaled here by the umpire. Very good short bouncing delivery there on the part of Leslie. The new batter, Shaw, not in a position to do anything but to just watch that one literally pass him.
Yes, he wasn't ready for a bouncer. Early on, you were mostly on the front foot, like aiming not to let the Yorker come into your stumps.
So Leslie running in from the southern end, bowling just outside off, throwing his arm is the new batter there, Shaw. A little bit in the air, but the fielder there, a little bit backward of point, try to run closer to the point to get that catch. Little kind of lost his footing, but nowhere in. You'd have to pull off a Superman dive.
Yeah, it looked like he will make it comfortably, but he got stuck by someone we can't see from here. There was a third man between him and umpire who pushed him.
Oh man, that was a little bit of comedy there, but getting off the mark there was Shaw. Getting on strike, the more set batter, Sami Sadiq, who is on 24. Of this total of 140 for 5, as the Dallas Masters seeks to set a target that will be too difficult for the catchers to chase, all things being equal.
Yeah, Sami Sadiq has to stay there till the end of the innings. He has to build this partnership with his new player, Siddhant Shah.
Coming in there was Leslie. That one bowled down the leg side. Backing off was Sadiq, but he did get the bat down in time and playing it down to the wide mid wicket gully region, getting 2 runs and getting his team to 142, moving his total to 26.
It's drizzling out there. The weather is so beautiful today. We have seen some passing showers. Thankfully, it did not disrupt the match.
Leslie comes in bowls, this time wide off the off stump and correctly so called outside the blue line it was. Nowhere was Sadiq close to that, and the umpire agreed to say that one needs to be rebowled on the part of Leslie. So Leslie coming in from the southern end, trying to get the wicket here of Sadiq. A little bit more pitched up, closer to Yorker land. Cannot get on there to Sadiq. He does appear to have gotten an inside edge and scrambling through for the single. Was the new batter there, Shah. So he now moves on to 27. And holding his head is Leslie, as to say that inside edge could have gone onto the stop.
Yes, of course. Ryan Harris is the wicketkeeper there. He is quick, he is energetic. He has done a great job for his team so far.
New batter here, Siddhant Shah, faced 2 deliveries on 1. And Leslie though, this one is
second time in his over, he had to stop. But he heard someone talking from the mid wicket region. Sorry, cover, as he is left-handed.
Alright. So this one, that was
yes, maybe there was more man outside the ring, so he eventually saved a no ball for his team.
Yeah, dead ball signal by the umpire. So Leslie will have to go back to the top of his mark here from the southern end at the Broward County Stadium, Broward Stadium. Pitched up and swinging and missing. There is he doesn't look very competent, if I may dare say. Coming at number 7. You want a hitter at this late stage to be putting the score beyond the par 160 projected score. But he's not, he doesn't look to be the sort of batter that can hit big. Isha.
Yeah, we have to see what he can do, but so far he hasn't been so confident enough to play at this number. He should know that he is here to score a run on every ball at least.
Well, that brings the end of the over. 144 for 5 at the end of the 18th. 2 overs remained. It's a dead 8 runs per over at the end of 18, and a dead projected score for 160 if the run rate stays at 8 runs, which would be a good total for the Dallas Smashers to defend, and a lot to be asking for the first timers Chicago catchers here to get. But on strike now is Shaw, who's on 27, and he no doubt would perhaps want to be getting some boundaries, being the set batsman here with 2 overs to go.
Yes, obviously he should be taking all the charge, and Siddhant Shah could what do is to keep rotating the strike alongside him. In fact, if the runs come from both the ends, it would put up a decent total for Dallas Smashers here.
More decent total.
Yeah.
Running in from the northern end is Leslie. A little bit pacey. We can see backing off is Sadiq, trying to give himself room because he knows that that ball is coming. He needs room to be able to swing his arm. The ball followed him. He did get something onto it, dropping it just within the short mid-wicket region, and then running through for a single.
Yes, Sami Sadiq has done quite well, but if he look at his innings, he might find that he certainly need to get better on the short pitch deliveries because he has missed couple. So if he learn to do that as well, he can hit big and keep scoring runs.
Then it's coming in short again, beaten for pace. Is Shah here, as I said earlier, doesn't look in sorts here. Doesn't seem to be picking up the deliveries. He doesn't seem to be trying to get under them. All things being equal, Dennis being the quickest bowler on display. But if he couldn't get Leslie under Leslie, one wonders how Shaw is going to get under Dennis.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I think he is not absolutely for this number. But since he is in, he should be doing it. He should be slogging at least. Anything in this inning can happen. We have seen inside edges.
Leslie needs to bowl a Yorker now, and this wicket should be his. I mean, Dennis comes in, attempt the Yorker, more pitched up, and more in the more comfortable shot is when it is pitched up. I mean, if I may say, he doesn't have glasses. I wasn't if he was bestackled, but the argument is he more comfortable to the pitched up delivery. But if it is short, he's not reading the bounce on the pace.
Yes, you are absolutely right. He played the drive shot comfortably, but did not look very much comfortable on the short pitch deliveries.
All right, Sadiq is now on strike. Then he comes in, going in confidence, going in pace, top edge, just over the keeper head and into the boundary, and 4 runs here for the Dallas Smashers, courtesy of Sadiq.
Yes, this is brave of him. He wanted to loft it over mid-wicket but got the edge and would welcome this boundary. He's playing bravely, which is too good.
Yes, I mean, he's throwing his bat whenever he gets the opportunity, Sadiq. In fact, not only throwing his bat, he's batted well.
Yes.
And he's built a decent innings. I mean, as we said, not the tallest, not the most athletic, but fairly competent.
Yes, Sami Sadiq stood up for his team last night as well. He's here again scoring runs for his team when it mattered the most. Oh.
Coming in, Yorker length delivery at pace from Dennis, cramping Sadiq. That one was hitting the pad. Signal leg by the umpire, moving the total now to 151. And the Chicago Smashers team over the 150 mark. Already a good total here to defend. You don't want to say for the Smashers against the Chicago Catchers playing in their first fixture of USA Open 2024 here. But can Dennis finish off in his final over with a wicket? Bowls pitched up within the pads. 2 runs, is it on? Diving there is shy in the end. Poor show. A good show would have put him in trouble. 2 runs they got off of the final delivery there for Dennis, who ends with 1 for 32. Decent player, just as 153 for 3 it is at the end of the 19th over, with a run rate of 8 runs, 8.05, and a projected score of 161. Dallas Smashers, you want to say large and in charge going in the final over here.
Yes, Dallas Smashers are in a comfortable position. As we said, that anything above 150 would pressure on the opponent team. So let's see how the last over goes of Rahimullah Ghanizai. Oh, he had one left. I thought he's done with his spell.
Yeah, me too. But clearly the captain, quote unquote, knows what he's doing in the sense that he kept him for this final over. Best bowler on display is Ganize, 2 for 32 off his 3 overs so far. His Yorkers has been largely spot on, our Yorker length. Whenever they are on the stump, he has been getting wickets, and whenever they are either wide of the stump, either on the off or leg side, it cramps the batsman and put them under pressure because they cannot get on the deliveries. But he wants to potentially end this innings with another wicket or 2 to make his figures look more impressive, and even arguably, you know, get the run rate under 8. It's currently 8.5 and the projected score is 161. So if he can not concede 7 runs this over, it will, I mean,
it will come back, yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rahimullah Ghanizai with his final over of the inning.
What can he do? Comes in from the southern end. He has been bowling primarily, and he's bowled! Another Yorker end delivery, another Ronaldo celebration, another big smile, and the dismissal of the one want to say dangerous as it relates to this innings, because he has been the backbone after Lesmond earlier is Sadiq. He has now been dismissed by the impressive and arguably accurate Ghazi. Pitched up, not entirely Yorker length, but backing off for Sadiq, and he only succeeded to get an inside edge, hitting his stumps all over. The color lights came on, and we are now 6 wickets down for the Smashers at 153 runs with 5 deliveries to go, and the new batsman being Sharma.
Yeah, the captain has walked in for his team. He has got 5 deliveries to put up a decent total. Once again, it's already decent.
It's already decent. But to perhaps keep it beyond the projected score, the past score 8 runs per over, which most teams aim for 160 runs. They are on target. It is just for him to get the bat on the deliveries. But he's facing the most dangerous bowler in this innings. Ganize comes in bowl, full toss. Will it be signal? No, just at waist height. The captain here, Sharma, saying it's above the waist, but the umpire saying just on or below the waist. No ball. Single in the end here.
Yes, we have to see the replay. Oh, the no ball has been given.
Oh, maybe it was
by the leg umpire.
Yeah, the square leg umpire. So the standing umpire has called it effectively. Let's see, was it over? No, it was not. That hit the tie pad.
Yeah, it wasn't over. Yes, it did hit the thigh pad though, because thigh pad is still the thighs.
Yeah,
to the knees.
So it's not over the waist.
Yes, it's not
so
over
the square leg umpire, we need to get his name. I mean, not having the best of games. He's been making some bad decisions. That's not a no ball. Did not go over the waist. Hit the tie guard. So no ball. Is this a free hit? Comes in is Ganize. The batter again, Shah. Again looking out of sorts. Not reading. Swinging and missing. Not reading the pace. You understand me? Not reading the line or the length of these deliveries. Not looking good is Shah. Especially at the dead here. At the innings. Coming in now is Ganize. Looking for the Yorker. Little bit short and wide. And then when it's pitched up.
Yeah, he's good on the overpitch delivery. I've seen him doing shallow practice and he was like on the front foot.
Yeah, but if it's length or back of a length or short, he doesn't have any time in.
Once again.
Score now moves on to 156 and 3 deliveries remain. Who will win, 160 or below 160? What do you say?
Yeah, it doesn't look okay to me. I think the bowler is winning the race here in this particular over that we talked about.
So you think
Not crossing 160.
okay, so you think okay, the Ganazi will keep restrict.
Oh, it's pretty much unlucky. Since it came from the edge of the bat.
Yes, indeed. And Sharma gets his first boundary of the innings here. Outside, thick outside edge, running down, fine third man, and 4 runs to this team here. The Dallas Smashers, they're bam now on the 160 mark on the 8-run spur target, and putting Chicago catchers under a lot of pressure to get these runs eventually. But 2 deliveries, what will happen? Ganazi comes in, Bo looking for the Yorker, full toss, and push to squeeze through the cover point region. 4 more runs for Shaw. Bad delivery, maybe the first real bad delivery received from Ghanese all day. Full toss on middle stump and squeezed for 4 from the skipper for the Smashers team.
Yes, the timings are not good for these balls because they were able to restrict them below 160. They have given away extra runs here by bowling those bad balls. Another white ball, this is from Rahimullah Ghanizai.
Yes, so Ghanese having bowled so well arguably for most of the innings. With 3 deliveries to go, he is first bowler full toss and now a wide. Not as disciplined he should. 3 for 43. His figures almost look spoiled, even though he's the leading wicket taker this innings. He'll want to finish off better. He still has a delivery to go. What will happen? Comes in. Short and lifted, eye in the air, looking for the bowl and cart, looking for his 4th wicket, looking for another Ronaldo celebration. Did not go. With that a run out in the end. No, it's not. And it appears to be 165 for 6 will be the Smashers total at the end of this innings. Putting the Chicago catchers under pressure when they come out to bat. But here we go. Final delivery, hoisted in the air, running as best as he could was Ghanese, but he could not hold on to potentially that diving bowl and caught. And in the end, he has to end with figures of 3 for 43, 165 for 6 Dallas Smashers here. I'll remind you, this is their 2nd game of USA Open 2024, having lost yesterday. They're looking at comeback, and here is the run out attempt as well. Keeper gathered. Oh, that's the run out. The keeper gathered and ran out, but the square leg umpire again said not out. So Dallas Smashers 166 for 7 in the end. Not very good effort on their part. Looking at this USA Premier Cricket League Open for 2024, leading the run scorers was Akil. He made 37. Alderman Lesman made 35. Samir Sadiq, he made 32. And for a total of 166 for 7 off their 20 overs. Bowling for the Chicago catchers playing in their fixture for this season. The leading wicket takers was Rahimullah Ghanese. He took 3 for 44, and there were 1 wicket each for Dennis, Leslie, as well as so at the end of the day, match summary here, Dallas Smashers making 166 for 7 of their 20. Akil, as we said earlier, 37. It should be an interesting chase when we come back. Can the catchers get this strong total, or will the Smashers bowlers come to the party this time round and deliver the win for their team? Stay tuned as we wait for the Chicago catchers chase in this so far interesting contest in the USA Open 2022. Jeremy Lanneman here, yours truly, as well as Amir, and see you in a few.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th, catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th, catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
US Open Cricket 2024 Player Draft as MCL Team Management selects 75 top players for this year's epic tournament.
Stay tuned for all the action. This is where champions are made. December 14th, catch US Open Cricket on MAQ TV.
So welcome back here. The second game here in day 2 of the US Open Cricket 2024 here live on MAQ TV. Wherever you're watching or listening in the world, we're happy to bring the coverage there. I mean, we're on Roku, we're on Apple, we're on Android. You can download the MAQ TV, MAQ Sports app and watch this game and share it with your friends, your family. The entire tournament this week will be streaming. It's there on YouTube. So it's all over the World Wide Web. It's all across social media platforms. All the action from these, franchise teams and leading players in America and around the Americas. Some from Pakistan, some from India. Exciting USA Open 2024. We have an exciting game on hand as well. With catchers batting, chasing 167 for win. First delivery wide. Umpire walking wide, signaling wide. Dallas Smashers here, batting well, setting 166. And putting a score that will have to be got, if I may dare say, by this Chicago Catchers team. This is their first game for USA Open 2024. It's the second fixture for Dallas. Here comes the bowler. Limit but it better from Sadiq. This time inside the blue line, not being called wide. Stretching was the batter there. Not in any position to get enough batter to drop that delivery or get a run. So wide and a dot ball to begin the defense of this challenging total by the Smashers. Here comes Gori. Comes in bold. Is this a catch opportunity? Swung by Chima. The long off fielder not in position. 2 runs eventually off the mark here per se in terms of bat. Catchers now move for 3 without loss. Wow, that was an opportunity provided by Chima, but not being grabbed on by the fielder there. Not in position. Gori, the bowler, pitching that one up, getting the top edge as the case may be. In strike is Shima, comes in bold by Gori, a little bit wide, slash there to the field on point, run out opportunity, looks like a run out. Is it been given by the umpire? Has it been given? The fielders are celebrating, yes it has. The first wicket goes down for the Chicago Catchers in chase of this strong total of 166. Hit to the fielder there on the square. No run was on. The non-striker, Singh it was, Tarandeep Singh. He hasn't faced a delivery and he has to walk back to the pavilion. And his team has now lost their first wicket in the Catchers. A mix-up there. That was hit too well to the fielder there on the square. And the batter, striker, held his ground. And the non-striker tried to steal a single. He had to return. In the end, he tried to dive. But it was a good catch there by Gori. And a good run out. And the Smashers are large and in charge. Not only were they in their batting, but now with first over being bowled, 3 deliveries, they have gotten their first wicket, and further on the back foot has the Chicago Catchers been pushed. So good start here. Gori comes in from the northern end, bowled a little bit wide outside off, not enough room given. Again, the batter, Chima, plays it to the fielder on point. This time it's no run, as unlike the previous delivery where the non-striker tried to get a run and was run out. But this time they have learned their lesson. But Gori on the mark, none for 3 so far. 2 deliveries in the first over remaining. Oh, wide, swinging a bit. Again, the batter here, Chima, getting some bat onto it, but this time pushing it to the short third man. Keeper took off the glove as well. They both chased that delivery and ensured no run was had, and the score remains on 3 for 1. And what a start! Yes, so as Amen joins us here for this opening, what's your take? A wicket down, the catchers at the end of the first over. I mean, wow. What are we seeing?
Yeah, it's it's good start for the LS Smashers, but as long as this danger man is out there, Rizwan Chima, who just hit a 6 in the last ball of the over, they will be in danger, because we have seen him playing a cameo here for Team Pakistan while he was playing for the Legends. His team must be expecting the same efforts from him, Rizwan Chima, to perform the same for Chicago catchers as well. He's a great cricketer, great all-rounder cricketer.
Yes, a lot has been depended on him. I mean, he looked the part here in the opening over, and he was not party to that run out. A wicket that was given, but ended the over quite spectacularly with a 6, and he has now found himself in a position whereby his team is 9 for 1 at the end of the first over, and they are hoping to get back into the second over in a much more formidable position. As we welcome, Aman takes a break, and we welcome to the commentary booth another Dr. Scully. It is bowling here as a leg spinner. All right, flighted delivery there from Shaikh. Gotten full. Wow, 6 runs there on the part of Chima. Getting under that delivery, Dr. Scalia, and showing that he can hit a long one.
Well, it's great to be here. It's great to watch the sport. I've been listening and watching throughout the day. Saw the some of the LA Lions match earlier. It's interesting to see these players play. It's interesting to see how they need to adapt to the conditions such as the wind and so forth, and it's been great learning about the sport.
Yes, indeed. And I mean, we'll definitely get your expertise in terms of high performance, because you're in the sports medicine arena, I mean health arena. How would you describe?
Yeah, I'm a chiropractic physician. I've been down here for the past 25 years, and I've had an interest in anatomical situations, neck, low back pain, etc., neuromusculoskeletal conditions, but I've recently turned my practice more into metabolic health, body composition, VO2 max, things that players can use to improve their performance.
Indeed. Coming in is Shaikh. I mean, I get flighted, but this time Shamir is swiveling and hitting that one again high and over the boundary for 6. Exciting batting. These are the type of stuff that you're used to seeing in baseball. We call that for homers. But, 6 runs well over the boundary. Bad delivery there from Sheikh, and he got the full treatment.
Yeah, he didn't even need a juicy ball. He did it on the bounce. I've been seeing how the runs are 4 if they go over, and they're 6 if they do it on the fly. This is a great sport to be learning about, and it is a lot more fun than people give it credit for.
Indeed. I mean, someone said it's baseball and steroids.
I could definitely see that.
But I mean, in terms of your feel, I mean, cricketers need high performance to take care of their health, to be able to perform at their maximum. What's your take?
Yeah, I mean, at first, there we go. What we got? A single there or a double? Two runs?
You're getting into it.
The switching sides, was that a one or a two?
Yeah, that was just a one.
Just a one. So now we switch sides.
Yes, indeed. It's called the end of the second over now. It's 23 for 1. They are doing very well. They're going to run rate at what we call 11 runs per over. That is very high. And they're chasing a target of 166. So 23 for 1 of 2 overs is 20 overs per team. So they have 18 more. So it's a good start for Chicago catchers. And the Dallas Smashers will need to bowl well to limit them. But I'm particularly interested at Shelly, in terms of your involvement in USA Open 2023.
Yeah, so I've been appointed the head of athletic performance here. I've been interacting with the individual athletes as well as the coaches and the captains, just bringing awareness to the players that a lot of what they're doing here in the field actually starts in the kitchen. It starts with the food that we eat, when we eat it, how much we eat it, why we're eating certain foods, and just educating them what they can do to increase the overall performance.
Indeed. As we watch this bowler here, Gore comes in, bowls, pitched up and being respected by Chima. Chima is currently on 21 runs. He's the one who's been doing the heavy lifting and hitting the sixes for this Chicago catchers team. And Gore is none for 9. This is his second over. It's an interesting and tight contest. So how receptive has the players been?
They've been really receptive because everyone's really curious, right, to see how they stand when it comes to their personal health. Biomarkers help you realize how well you're doing. Just like you look at statistics in sports, you need to look at your biomarkers. The ones that we're familiar with in a general medical office are, your blood pressure, your sugar levels, HDL, cholesterol, triglycerides, etc. But there are other biomarkers that people need to be more aware of that help them be more proactive with their health versus reactive.
Indeed, coming in there is Gore and being lifted for another 6. Iron over and in the stands.
Nice.
You call it a homer.
Well, you call it a homer too, but
it's 6 runs.
6 runs.
6, the maximum the batsman can score in this glorious game of cricket. And a third one being hit by Chima there. Showing that he's informed, and if the bowler is off his mark, he's going to look to capitalize. He's now quickly moved on to 27 runs from just 13 deliveries faced, and it's a glorious start for the Chicago team here, catchers, as they started needing a run rate of roughly 8 runs, and they now require 7.8, so they are ahead of the game in this run chase, even though they have lost 1 wicket. So what do you advise players that would be best for them to get the peak performance? We'll get a response after this delivery. As Gore tried to dismiss Chima. Short again, swiveling again, hitting that one high again, another 6. The bowler is holding his head. The batsman is all smile, hitting the bat with his non-striking partner, who is Adrian. But that was short and asking to be hit. And Chima, who is seeing the ball, as we say, big like an orange, or maybe big like, a football, compared to the small cricket ball that we normally call a cherry. He's in form and he's doing well. He has now moved on to 33. The score is 35 for 1. And Chicago catchers have made a comeback after losing their first wicket in the first over. Yeah, you were pointing out there.
He's in the zone for sure.
He's in the zone.
And he's helping the wind's helping him out. Like it was helping me when on my bike ride today. I had that tailwind and went a little faster than usual with that.
Indeed. So you were saying that you had...
Yeah. So I mean, when you're looking at it, I'm getting more familiar with the sport, and obviously the form of the athlete plays a big part in it, the body composition and etc. But what I was advised of, and I became more aware of, and I take special interest in, is the endurance of the athlete, how they can perform over the long haul, what they can do as far as maximum output, as far as VO2 max, is what your body's able to do and produce by using oxygen, the liters of oxygen at a certain weight that you have. So What we do is look at those factors, and one of the things that we have here at the location for the players throughout the week is we're measuring patients and the players' antioxidant status to let them know how much antioxidant protection they have. Antioxidants normally come from fruit and vegetables, or they come from supplementation. A lot of people take supplements, but they don't know if it's actually working or not. So we are able to tell non-invasively with the test that we have here on site what their score is, and then we can give them advice on what they can do from a lifestyle perspective to improve it.
Is this what I saw Dr. Oz was endorsing some time ago?
Very good.
And is this the same program that the U.S. Olympic Committee uses for the U.S. program heading into France?
Fantastic. You knew exactly what it was. Yes, Dr. Oz was
who's going to be what, health secretary under the Trump administration?
He's moved up since he's done the scan with us. Yeah, but he had,
so to speak,
he had the older version of the scanner there. But he was speaking with Dr. William Lee, who was a cancer pioneer and specialist, to explain to people the buzzword of antioxidants and how they give you protection.
All right, as we take a break here, the spinner comes in, bowls, showing that delivery up is Sharma, Captain Sharma, trying to bring back the Dallas team back into this contest, having gone for 10 runs per over, just over 10 runs per over in the first 3. The captain has brought on himself kind of unusual, kind of off spinner, as you could see in his action. He kind of throws it up, and the batter Chima had to watch that one because he does get a bit of turn here. Sharma bowling second delivery there, flies it again, and cramping. He's bowling around the wicket, so he's not allowing the batter Chima to swing comfortably. He's trying to dry up the runs. Let's see what happens. Sharma throws it up again. Decent action. I actually like. Oh, an attempt to run out. Oh, that is safe in the end. But it was a cheeky single called there by the new batter, Daly. And in the end, he got home, but not the most comfortable of getting home. But it's a run. And it is now taking the Chicago catchers to 37 for 1. And we have an interesting contest. Pardon me while I just did this over, because Captain Sharma is bowling really well from around. He flighted again. This one pitching on middle. Once it pitch, he gets turned off the wicket, so the batsmen have to read the flight and then read the turn. So he's a decent bowler, and batters have to keep their eye on the ball all the way, both for flight and for turn, and for the angle. So it's not easy to hit. Sharma comes in, flights it again. This time deceiving the batsman, skipping, trying to get. But again, once that ball pitches on the wicket, it grabs and it turns. So he was beaten in flight there, and beaten in turn was Chima, who's otherwise had a good innings so far of 34. So he's seen, especially was off the pace, he was comfortable, but off the spin, this nice flighted turning delivery is having him in a bit of problem. Comes in Sharma now around the wicket, looking for the breakthrough. Nice flighted, nice turn again. Chima not comfortable totally with the spin. Very good over from the captain. As we can see, just one run off the over, which is previous over from his teammate coming for over 10 runs. So a good pullback by the captain, bringing on himself. Perhaps one of the best bowlers we have seen on display so far. Just his 6 deliveries shows that he will be a handful in this match. But having said that, 39 for 1 after 4 overs. Chicago catchers chasing 167 for victory. Yeah, you were saying?
What I'm seeing here is the eye-hand coordination that needs to be present, and that has to do with sleep, focus, memory, concentration. Mental acuity is definitely a big part of the game, as I'm seeing here. But yeah, Dr. Oz did have the chief pioneer and specialist, William Lee, and he wanted to show the importance of antioxidants to the audience. He ended up scanning everybody in the audience, and he gave everybody a particular shirt that they would wear.
I remember seeing that video. It's on YouTube?
It's on YouTube, yeah, and I've got it downstairs as well here with the technology, and I'd love to give you your antioxidant score if you'd like anytime after we're done with the game here.
Sure.
And it's about education.
If I'm not mistaken, the blue and green shirts are the good ones.
Very good. You have a great memory. Wow.
So I'm not going to have any orange or yellow shirt. Catching opportunity there. Dropped. It was the case of Shima. The dangerous Shima has been put down by the fielder there in the deep. Another spinner on. Shima not doing well with the spinners. got into a deep mid wicket down, we call it cow corner, and that was a dolly catch. Just bounced out of the fielder's hand. Oh, another decent delivery there being bowled now by the new bowler Curran. Another off spinner, similar action interesting as Sharma, and it has to be respected by Chima. Will Chima be out by these spinners, or will he survive? Flash it again. Oh, this time he gets onto the bottom of that one, lifting that one straight down the ground, over straight long off, and getting 4 runs. So he's more comfortable with the Curran bowling. Curran is not as flighted and as turning as the captain Sharma, but this time using his feet well. Chima seems to be a man on a mission. He seems to definitely want to give this catcher's team an amazing start, if not a win, based on his innings. Curran comes in again. This time, this is doing aerial, the same feeling deep mid wicket. This time he makes no mistakes, and the celebration is on. Dallas Smashers get their second wicket, and the dangerous Chima, who has been going helter-leather all morning, this time miscuing top edge, the deep mid wicket. This time the fielder does not drop this dolly catch, as it turned out to be. 38 runs nonetheless of 22 deliveries. He feels upset, but he has given his team a rollicking start. They are 43 for 2 at the end of, with 4.4 overs being bowled, over 10 runs per over, and they're chasing 167. It's a decent platform for the rest of the batters in this Chicago catchers to perhaps try to capitalize on. But an interesting contest between the Dallas Smashers and Chicago catchers continue. You're saying?
Yeah, it's it's really cool to see the sport and how these athletes can go ahead and use the information. And most people are not aware of things because we live in a very reactive society. We wait for diseases and things to happen to us or conditions to set in versus being more proactive. Are you from Jamaica?
Yeah.
So am I.
Interesting.
Jamaica, Queens, New York. But I've been to Jamaica.
That's a copycat.
I know it is.
I know.
But
I'm just saying.
When you have your natural fruits and vegetables, a lot of people in different areas will have more antioxidant rich diets, and it'll be more beneficial for what they're doing. And it's natural to have that conversation with them, how they can get those sources into their diet. But for those who don't have enough of these sources in their diet, they can actually get them from supplementation. The question is, what supplements do you take, and how do you know if they're working?
Indeed, and I guess you have an answer for that. All right, comes in. This time is Curran. Having gotten a wicket in this his first over, confidence should be an eye. Is this a no ball? No, it's not. 43 for 2. New batter is Ryan Harris. This is a batter from the Jamaica Defence Force team back in Jamaica, when the national champion. One of the backbone players of the Chicago Catchers team. Can he build on this positive start as they chase 167 for victory in this their first game of the campaign? So it's 43 for 2 at the end of 5. We're inside the power play, where the fielders are limited in terms of who can be outside the circle for the first timers to the sport. And the catchers has to very much find themselves in a position whereby they need to keep this momentum to do well. But Dr. Chilachi?
Yeah, we're back. And having people are taking these supplementations, they don't know, right? They're getting them from CVS, Walgreens, Costco, etc. But how do you know what to take, and how do you know it's actually working for you? So that's where antioxidant testing comes in. It lets you know if the nutrition you're getting from your diet and or your supplements is actually getting it to the active site, which is at your cells. And the test we have is a non-invasive test, as you've seen on the Dr. Oz show, and it lets you know more quantifiably, better actually, than blood, because it's in the living tissue, to see if you have a good concentration of these carotenoids. Carotenoids come from brightly colored fruits and vegetables like you have over here. And the more colorful your diet is, the more there he is, the more colorful your diet is, the better off you are as far as antioxidant protection.
All right, bowling there is the captain Sharma. He was the one who engendered arguably this comeback for the Dallas team. He bowled an excellent over previously, none. No wicket for 1 run, almost a maiden, and this time He again is bowling a dot ball in his second over. Nice flight and good turn off the wicket. He's going to trouble batters. Flighted, skipped, edged, dropped in the slip area. A wicket should have been there for Sharma. The new batter, or Daly the batter, skipping, not getting to the complete pitch, getting the outside edge, but not being held onto by the slipper fielder. And at the end of the day, Daly lives to live alive. Comes in Sharma again. Sure, flighted. This time more respected on the back foot. There is Daly, and guiding that down to the third man region and hustling back for the second. But Daly is definitely demonstrating that he's not going to show too much respect for Sharma. Try to go at him, and this time, you know, get him back on the back foot, showing that he has the ability to maneuver the crease and invariably, you know, counter this good quality spin bowling that we're seeing from Sharma. Flighted again, turning, this time top edge, shot for catch, should be a simple one on the mid wicket, and it is. This time Sharma gets the breakthrough, gets the wicket. Daly not respecting, if I may dare say, the ability here of Sharma, because he bowls good flight, good turn, but he just wants to get on with the game. Not necessarily looking to argue, preferably working that delivery, but going for the big shot, getting the top edge, and has to go back to the pavilion for 4 runs. It's now 45 for 2 Chicago catchers, 5.3 overs in chase of 167. Not looking good for the chasers. But yeah, you were saying earlier, as it relates to the antioxidants, clearly organic food, natural. You were mentioning the color here of, you know, of the banana and stuff. Clearly we need to eat more natural, more organic, especially if you're an athlete, and especially once you know your antioxidant level, so that you can balance. And arguably, if you're not going to be able to get good proper meals for more than one reason, you need to have supplements with you. That's the argument?
Correct. It's ideally you want to get it from fruits and vegetables that are organically grown. Realistically, it's difficult. It's like ideally you want to make enough money from your primary job, but sometimes you need supplemental income. Think of supplements as supplemental income for your body that it needs. Everything we put in our body is a code. If the code is good, we perform better. If the code is bad with processed foods, ultra-processed foods, high sugars, added sugars, we're not going to get the performance that we want.
Smoking, drinking.
Exactly. That's called the exposome. That's your environment.
All right, Sharma comes in, Bobo looking for a second wicket. Nice flighted delivery. This time, getting under it is a new batsman Harris, lifting that one over cover, getting a good purchase, getting 4 runs, and getting his team to 45. Flighted, a little bit more wide, and a little bit more room, and look more in control of the batter so far to face Sharma. This is perhaps the best shot that has been played. And it's no reason why prior to now he was 1 wicket for 3 runs. He's now 1 for 7. But at the end of the day, this is a good contest. Sharma from the southern end comes in, bowls to Harris, flighted again on the full toss. Oh, drop catch. A low down bowl and cart effort. Flashing his hand now with Sharma. Came at him a little bit quick. And at the end of the day, it's a life for Harris. But it's a full toss. Driven down back the ground. The diving was Sharma getting a hand to it, but at the end of the day could not grasp it. And at the end of the day, it's a single for Irfan Khan. He's now moved on to 5. The score has now moved on to 50 for 3 at the end of the power play. And the Dallas Smashers, who has set 167 runs for the Chicago Catchers, are doing well. You were saying, Dr. Sharma.
Yeah, Scalia.
Scalia.
Yeah, just I forgot what I was saying. I got so into the game over here. I was wondering if that pitch was leg side or whatever. So I'm trying to pick up all the terms here. But having that protection needs to come from the diet, ideally. But because we live in such a hustle bustle world, we don't get the diet like we should. It's more of a a processed food. It's more of what can you do, how fast, and it's also cost. Plays a factor, how much people can afford. But you know what? You really can't afford not to do what your body needs, because if you don't do it now, you're going to pay later. It's about being proactive with your health always.
And this is something that, do you get the impression that players do take their nutrition and diet as A, serious they should, and B, are they willing to do the right thing?
We're all guilty of it. We all believe that, especially players, right? They believe that they can outrun or outwork or out-exercise a bad diet, especially younger ones. And I've been there as well. I was a former performance athlete with cross country, and when you're young, you can kind of get away with that. But as your body changes and your metabolism starts to slow down, you really need to be aware of what's coming in and how it's affecting you and your overall performance without sports.
You're opening my eyes. I mean, it begs the question, because I'm speaking out loud, been skeptical of supplements. I like your explanation a while ago that supplementary income. That kind of kills the argument, because we all do need supplementary income. So you're saying it's vital in terms of the supplement to replace, especially when you're getting older.
If you're getting a good diet, and everyone thinks they are, and you're eating 5, 9, 12 servings of vegetables a day, which very few people, do. You kind of have to eat like a rabbit in elephant quantities to be realistic. But the soil isn't what it used to be. The products aren't organic. You're being exposed to pesticides. You're being exposed to fungicides. You're being exposed to a lot of things. So those are a lot of toxins. But if you can go ahead and find a good company, a supplement company, that uses purified techniques to get what you need into you, and you can trust it, and then you can see the results going up as you're using the program, you feel more at peace that what you're actually your body's getting it what it needs. The problem with supplement industry is it's not as regulated as the drug industry, and a lot of people are making claims and putting into the bottles, and it's had a bad reputation. The company that we're with, that I represent, takes a pharmaceutical grade approach in terms of purity, but they use natural products, and they've delivered that in a safe and trusted way. Our products are listed in the physician's desk reference, which is a rarity for supplements to be in the physician's desk reference where normally drugs are, for their trust in the quality. And as you mentioned, we were the only company to sponsor the United States Olympic team. I was very impressed that you knew that off the bat.
I guess I've been doing a little bit of reading.
Okay.
I watch it. But I mean, so I wasn't wrong to say that I didn't trust if I may dare say, trust the supplement industry, because it has had this questionable reputation.
You need to be skeptical for sure.
Do you see this changing?
It depends on the company you're talking about. They have to be doing the right processes.
Do you think the regulating of it can be straightened?
Great question. So the government recommends doing good manufacturing processes. They're starting to bring that more into the supplement industry, and the company that I represent here, utilizes something called a 6S process, where they standardize how you're going to go ahead and put these products into the system you're going to put into the products, with science, substantiation, sourcing, selection. And they're using our system as the template for the good manufacturing processes that should be going across the board in the nutrition industry in short order.
All right, and pardon me for getting a little bit apolitical here.
Please.
But I mean, with Dr. Osno has necessarily endorsed your processes, if not your products. And he's now going to be a part of the government and understanding the need for the regulation, if not the improvement of stuff. Are you optimistic?
When you look at Make America Healthy Again, one of the approaches that they're going to be taking
Dr. RFK.
is exactly RFK Jr. And is going to be, there's $3.5 trillion up for grabs to help us country to get back where it needs to be. And the beginning of any process is awareness. If people are aware, they can go ahead and take action to make themselves healthier. But first they need to know what antioxidants are, what is inflammation, where is it coming from. Let me ask you a question. You're a knowledgeable guy. How many grams of added sugar can your body handle a day as a grown man?
No, you're clueless.
Why are you clueless? It's in everything in our food. How come? What's too much sugar for a kid?
Sir.
Yeah, not to call you out, but
no. I'm just trying to say that we don't know about our health.
So there's a lack of awareness, right?
Yes.
So the most important thing is to create awareness. So let me tell you, after this toss here or this throw,
this bowl or delivery.
Bowl of delivery. Thank you.
Indeed. I guess our viewers and our listeners are perhaps enjoying this little period of thing. I mean, it's a little bit cool in terms of 57 for 3 off 7.2. New batter at the crease, Irfan Khan is on 10. Brian Harris is on 2. New bowler, Siddhan Shah. So we're talking to Dr. Scalia here, who's working with USA Open to provide health and nutrition guidance primarily to the players and officials and on air here, trying to spread the message of how much peak performance, especially for athletes and sports, can be improved with better health and conditioning, food and dieting. And he's an expert, and we're just trying to educate our listeners and our viewers on the process some more. All right, so that's another run there on the part of Harris, and the catchers now moved on to 59. Is already 60 for 3, 7.4 overs. They're chasing a decent total of 167 that was set by the Dallas Smashers. So a lot of work to do here, but it's an okay start, all things being equal. Bowl, left arm spin there from Southern is Shah, throwing it up outside off, and slapping that one, almost cross-body tennis style, was Khan down to the mid-off fielder, getting a single in the process. He moves on to 10, and the score is now 60 for 3. So yeah, Dr. Scalia, as we look to perhaps over the course of the next 5 minutes or so between now and the 10th over, if I may dare say, get some more information to the viewers.
Absolutely.
We were arguing that the supplements are crucial. And what I want to ask you, should it be mandated, supplements, all things being equal, given that most people aren't getting their values, and you think it should reach that level whereby...
If I could wave a magic wand, what I'd want mandated, and I'll put that in quotations, is people having a good understanding on how their body works and how to give their body what they need, whether you're an athlete or a regular person. I've come up with what are known as the 7 habits of a highly effective metabolism, and they're very, very simple, but they're not easy to do. And people who have come from natural cultures understand this. What you drink, what you eat, how you move, how you rest, supplements that you take, toxins that you avoid, and the communities that you're a part of.
If there a way to let people know supplements, because we take medicine, if not medications, when you're ill.
Right. Reactive.
Ad nauseam relating to what is prescribed. But if we're prescribing that if you take these ultra approved and regulated supplements, it will improve your health, if not life.
Well, we got to be careful.
Good catch. Excellent catch there in the covers. Another dismissal. Another wicket goes down for the Chicago catchers in their chase 167. Excellent catch. Diving in the cover. That one, should be on a highlight reel.
Impressive.
Well taken.
Here's the replay.
Here's the replay. Bowling is shined, flighted, and backing off was the batter.
Amazing catch.
Looking to hit that one over the cover, not getting a hold of it, and the cover fielder diving full stretch, gathers and celebrates. So 60 for 4 is now Chicago catchers. This game is slightly slipping away for them. They're in chase of 167. 4 of their main batters are down. They are now into the all-rounders relatively, if not number 6 batter. And if they lose a wicket here with 8.2 overs bowled, they could be in problems. But yeah, you seem to be enjoying this match.
I am enjoying this match. I'm enjoying learning about the sport. I was watching a little bit earlier when I was exercising actually and watching it live. And it's just I see how it interrelates with functioning in general, but then functioning on a higher level. But to get back what you were saying, we don't want to mandate anything, but I think people should have almost like a driver's license to their body to know how it works and what to do in basic operation. Things like sleep are getting away from us. Sleep helps you restore so much. It's like, okay, yeah, we all know to sleep. How much sleep? 7 to 9 hours a day. Children need more. And we were talking about added sugar. So a can of soda has 37 grams of sugar in 12 ounces. A child can process about 12 ounces of added sugar, a woman 24, and a man about 35. So think 12, 24, 36. If you are a man and you have a can of Coke, you're done for the day. That's how much your liver can handle. If you go anything above that, you can run yourself into problems called metabolic associated fatty liver disease. And that's on the rise in this country. So who knows about that? Very few people know.
Wow.
It becomes heavy. It becomes heavy. But the thing is, keep yourself healthy before you have what you were saying, being reactive. How can you take your health into a proactive approach? So I believe this country is going to shift over from reactive medicine 2.0, if you have an ill, here's a pill, over to being proactive medicine. on lifestyle.
Right. If you're not living right, here's a pill.
The only way to help lifestyle diseases is through better lifestyle medicine. And lifestyle medicine is more water, better sleep, better quality, nutrition if necessary,
Right.
and if it's good, communities that you're a part of. This is all healthy living.
Yeah, the reason why I cite is that we as maybe humans, we just never we take education more important than health. You understand me?
100, yeah. Education is what gives you awareness. I want to share a picture with you here. You can tell the viewers what you're seeing.
Okay.
This is me on the left when I was about 244 pounds.
You can show them as
And
well.
this on the right is after I took a little bit of health kick. Oops, click it again. And what you see here, let me get rid of this, is a transformation that happened because my dad suffered from diabetes and I didn't want to run that route. So what I did was, what do I need to do to get myself healthier? Now, just because I'm a doctor doesn't mean I know and do everything I need to. You got to be a student of your own body and learn. You got to learn what you need to learn. You got to become aware.
I mean,
This is deep.
no, it's not deep, you know. I'm just what mandate was a strong word we used earlier.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping between RFK and Dr. Oz or something, we can get people to take their health a little bit more serious, and especially athletes who could be doubling, if not tripling, their performance and their longevity if they be able to do the stuff like you said, this antioxidant, and take the supplements that are required to keep the body at optimum.
When the body's working well, it performs right. We see that on the screen here as we're watching this game here and seeing, the results. I mean, you see a score on the bottom of the screen. We got to take our health like we're taking score of a game. What are we doing that's beneficial? What can we do that's better? What do we need help with? Who do we need? Who can teach us a better way to do things? The word doctor doesn't mean healer or cure. It means teacher, like a document teaches, or you watch a documentary and you learn. No one's going to come and save you. I mean, RFK Jr., he has a good approach so far. He's going to be in there. But you take responsibility for yourself. And that's by knowing how your body works and what you can do. This is a great shot, huh?
Right, indeed. It's maximum 6 runs.
There you go.
They're on the part. You're picking up the big ones.
I'm seeing the big ones, of course.
Yeah, well played there by Deaton Anderson. Bit short on the part of the left arm spinner here, and not missing out, turning in his crease and hitting high and hard over deep mid wicket for the full treatment. 6 runs there from Deaton Anderson. He's trying to put up a fight here for Chicago catcher as well. Now moved on to 6 or 7 for 4, heading towards the 10 over midway mark as they chase 167 for victory in this their first match. Chicago catchers. Remember, Dallas Smashers are in their second, having lost their first yesterday. Here comes a shot. This one thrown up a little bit wide to the left, and can't get an opportunity to swing his arms or to score.
Dot ball.
Dot ball.
Hey.
Dot ball. How long have you been? This is what? How long? This is your second day watching cricket?
The third
day. All right.
I got to watch the legends and learn a little bit more of the vernacular, and it's been fun, And
Shot.
getting my son to do a little bit and swing the bat yesterday. He hit it for the first time, and I want to actually have him become more involved and watch the sport and learn it. Something new to learn together.
I have a quick question.
Yeah.
Did you know that the Cricket World Cup was held in the US this year?
The World Cup? I did not know that. No.
Okay.
Where? Right here?
New York,
Oh, really?
Texas, and here in Florida.
Where do they have the stadiums in New York? Is it
It was
Flushing
on
Meadow Park?
Long Island.
Long Island. That's where I'm from. What part?
Eisenhower
Park. Yeah, I used to race cross country there. Wow.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah,
So
that's right by the Nassau Coliseum where the Islanders play.
a lovely stadium, at least lovely temporary 34,000 seater stadium was put up.
Fantastic.
And they hold USA, I think, hosted 12 games and maybe 16 games, and maybe 8 of the games were kept there in New York.
Fantastic. I mean, it's great to see the popularity going up, and thanks to people like MAQ who are trying to create more awareness and going into the youth. And I don't understand why it's not a more popular sport, especially this version that you have that's quicker than
Right.
the 5-day version.
Right.
From what I understand, it
Right.
keeps your attention locked in for sure. Something happening.
But there's a little question I want to ask. Hit time and mighty by Anderson. Another 6 from
Great shot.
the blade of his bat. Thrown up there by Shaw. This over has not been his. It has been all Anderson Flighted outside off, given room to swing his arm, then getting on that one is the soldier from Jamaica, and hitting that one way over the long on, the wide long on region, taking his team to 75 for 4 at the end of 10 overs with a current run rate of 7 runs per over and a required run rate of 9 runs per over. So while they have lost wicket Chicago catchers going into the halfway stage, they are still there in terms of potentially getting the runs, because 9 runs per over going into the final overs would not be that bad. And at the end of the day, they are doing it. New bowler from the northern end here. Flighted delivery, and Irfan Khandir not being able to score. So an interesting contest, a few more big blows, and the Chicago team could be getting back on top of the Dallas aggregation. Guided there to the wide short third man and getting a single, taking the score there to 7-7. And yeah, so I was pointing out earlier that you said why the game hasn't grown, especially this format. This format is still relatively new. It was invented, if I may dare say, in about 2003. So it is what, just 20 years old. So the USA competed in the World Cup for hosting it along with the West Indies this year. And guess what? They made it to the quarterfinals.
Fantastic.
You understand me? They defeated a mighty team such as Pakistan.
Wow.
MAQ's team per se,
Yeah.
being a Pakistani.
Right, the motherland.
They narrowly lost to India per se. They got a rained out game here against Ireland, and they qualified for the Super 8's quarterfinal stage. They did lose to England, West Indies, and South Africa in that stage, but to reach the quarterfinal stage for a debutant was impressive for the USA.
4 runs.
That's the top 8 teams in the world.
I mean, that's fantastic. I mean, it kind of makes me feel like, I really don't follow soccer too much, but when we get some traction in soccer, we're like, hey, maybe it's a sport we can kind of get into on a world level, because, the United States is used to doing well in sports, and it's humbling that we're not as good as other countries, and that's good because the sport's been present for so much longer in those English countries and the English-speaking ones, and yeah, there's a lot to learn about this, and it's good to learn about something new, always, including your body.
Indeed. Indeed. And as we get back to that, I'll share one more interesting fact. Did you know that baseball is a derivative of cricket?
I understood that they were playing at a beach and they couldn't bounce the ball, so they went ahead and threw it over, and then that's how baseball was learned, correct? Yeah, absolutely. Created, yeah.
Indeed.
You know what pickleball is?
Yes.
You know what it's named after? A dog named Pickle.
Wow.
Yeah.
So how
very popular sport, gaining popularity in the country too.
Indeed. So how that gets into ticket? How does the dog just?
I think there was a dog named Pickle, and they said let's just call the sport pickleball after our dog Pickle.
All right, that one's winning. That one's winning.
Sports trivia now. Look, we transitioned over from the metabolic health challenge to a sports trivia.
Indeed. Yeah. So if you're joining us, we're here speaking with Dr. Scully. We'll be releasing him earlier and getting our fellow commentator, female star commentator, potentially Ironman shortly. Dr. Scalia has been discussing health-related issues as it relates to performance in sport, if not performance in cricket. And on a whole, I mean, health. He represents a number of firms who are doing very well in terms of getting Americans especially more aware of their health and how they can be better individuals. 1 and 2, he's playing a major role here at the USA Open by being one of the lead. How do you describe yourself?
We're the head of athletic performance here.
Indeed. So this is a massive tournament to have an expert like this trying to A, help the players and officials, and B, help the public to better understand health-related matters. Flighted there from the captain Sharma, who has been the best bowler on display. Oh, let down by his fielder there at mid-off. Now what should have been a single has turned out to be 4 because of a misfield on the part of the player. Diving all over that one and, letting down his skipper, letting his captain. Effort is a weak in cricket. that should be an easy stop.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, you get your body behind it, you're supposed to stop it, all things being equal.
You guys have been rough throughout the day. I've been listening to how honest you are with these players. It's like I hope they watch the rerun and get some constructive criticism. But they're trying. They're trying. It's been a wet field sometimes, I guess, or the wind has really been playing a factor for sure.
It's a rough sport, so much so as you can see, players catch the ball without a mitt.
I see that.
Yes.
And I'm wondering how many hand fractures there are from that. And, I'm looking at all the actual potential injuries that could happen. But, you got to have fun. That's part of the thrill of the game is coming out alive.
Mm-hmm. So as we wrap, you're doing accidents to test the players and officials.
Yep.
Give them idea where their stuff is. Give them recommendation. How would you add to that?
Yeah, we're just looking at overall, directly we're looking at their antioxidant levels and giving them the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're having a discussion about what else could be impacting their health, whether it be, what they're eating, how they're sleeping, the things they're exposed to, pollution, stress, obesity, pharmaceuticals, etc. We're not here to treat, cure, prevent any disease process. I'm supposed to say that disclaimer. Just it's for educational, informational purposes. People can take that information and apply it to their life to have a better proactive approach to their life versus more reactive, waiting for a disease to happen. I mean, you lose your health way before you get the disease. So the disease we're talking about potentially is prediabetes. Many of us are dealing with increased blood pressure, increased triglycerides, decreased HDLs. So these are metabolic factors that you want to talk to your doctor about.
All right, and something just came. Oh, is that a bowl? No, something just came to me about potential a creative solution to getting people to appreciate their health. What if just like how when COVID came into being, the government stepped in and provided access to free COVID, vaccine. If the government can step in and provide free antioxidant supplements, I'm saying that for now, and getting people to try it for a month or 2 or 3, and get at least half of the population interested in seeing how healthy they are. You understand me? Encouraging them. So what happened? The government could sponsor a program like that, make it available through CVS and whatever, and make it very, very pick-upable. I mean, and the argument is, you test it at the pharmacies, test your things at the pharmacy, get your color, you take the supplement home, and you try it for a month or 2. If you see improvements, there are specials for you to get it, either discounts or whatever, and for you to continue on that path.
That's exactly how a program works. You go ahead and you get scanned, you see your score. If you want to improve it, we have a product that's guaranteed to raise your biomarker, or the company gives you.
So what did the government do?
Now, as far as the government, there is the conversation happening right now, with Ron DeSantis, Governor DeSantis, about making these types of screening tests, including this one here, available to the public. I'm really not at liberty to speak too much on it, but there has been some press on that because we need people to take more of a proactive approach. So it's way more cost effective for people to understand how something sets in as far as non-optimal health, so they can do something personally versus waiting for. It's very, very costly to take care of something after the processes set in. If people have pre-diabetes, it's something that they want to address as soon as possible, because you want to be working and functioning optimally, not only if you're on the field, but also in life with your family. And there's an impact. It might not be a score at the end of a game like here, but there's the years to your life. You want to add life to your years as opposed to just years to your life. And that's what lifestyle quality about. That's why living better, living longer is so important. You want to do whatever you can in your power. And you brought up COVID briefly. A lot of people realize that comorbidities, as I see Prahlad over here getting ready, I know him. As long as a lot of people, have a lot of comorbidities that they had to cut out, that would make them more at risk when that was happening, that situation. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, what I'm just trying to do is encourage a lifestyle change. Encourage is a good word. In other words, you're telling people like this, they're not going to be pushed. But if you, as the government, have the science to back both the test, if I may dare say, and back the supplement, you can engender a habit, if not a routine, by helping to make it more accessible. And the more people you get trying it out and interested, the word of mouth will get around. Say, hey, I moved from a low level, being a red or yellow, and now I'm this level. My life is expected of another 5-10 years. So all I'm just trying to say,
You're thinking
leaving it just up to the individual may not be the wisest thing going forward, and it may need, I mean, government and intervention.
I just think that when you take things like that, you have to take individual action first, grassroots, as opposed to waiting for a government to do something, because usually a government is very slow moving when it comes to doing that. Look at your no, I agree, and we're going to make disclaimers again. Like, we're not here to give you health advice as we're watching this match here, but what you can do on a personal level to take charge of your health, because no one's going to come and save you. You got to learn on your own and talk to people that you trust. Well, he keeps getting pinned with the ball here, huh?
Yeah, you know, he didn't get out of the way at that one.
Have the discussion with your healthcare providers, what you could do from a proactive approach. The key here is to be proactive versus reactive.
Right.
When we do something in advance, you're not driving a car and waiting for the engine to blow up. You're getting the oil changed regularly. Why? You want to have your engine run longer. Right. Something pops up. You know, the filters in your house, you change those before the AC burns out. You know there's a regular maintenance. And it's the same way with your body, too. Proper nutrition, whether it be macronutrition or micronutrition. Macro meaning carbohydrates, fats, proteins. Micro meaning the vitamins, minerals, and the antioxidants your body needs to function.
All right, fighter delivery there from Madabushi. You say you know him well. He's a leg spinner. I believe he has played at international level. Do you know him?
I've gotten to know him recently on a personal level, and we just spoke right before this match here. And yeah, it's been great getting to know these guys. Everyone here is top-notch gentlemen, and it's been great, you know, getting to learn about them more and giving them advice if they ask for it. As far as
six runs
Sorry,
being dispatched there by Irfan Khan, taking the Chicago catchers past the 100 mark here. 100 now up, 104 for 4, and they are indeed now just what, 67 runs away. They are on target. Their current run rate is 8.2 and the required run rate is 8.9. Good batting here. Kirfan Pan is now on 32. Dietmar Anderson is on 21. This game, these two teams are so even.
Battling it out.
Yes, and both into first innings, I mean, trying to keep it below the 8 runs, 160 par. The bowling was decent, and now they have gotten a rollicking start, Chicago catchers, and Dallas Smashers now will have to be bowling out to the skin. Oh, full toss!
Oh, full toss.
Another virtual free
Juicy
hit.
Ball. Juicy
and
ball.
Another 6. Giving it away, would say the Dallas Smashers fans. Poor delivery there from the leg spinner. Turned out to be a full toss, and not missing out was the batter there, Irfan Khan. He has now moved on to 38, just now 110. Just a mere 57 runs needed at a mere 7.9 runs per over. And the Chicago catchers, who were struggling at one stage, I believe at 60 out for 4, you know, 110 for 4, and has gotten back in front this game and are in a better position to win this match, their first match of USA Open 2024. All right, so I mean, you're confident that you're comfortable that the players will adapt going forward to the need to either eat better or B, get supplements?
You know, that's the challenge with many people that you talk with. People have to become aware, and that's our job to educate, right? They have to have the capability, whether they have the time or the resources to allocate it. Sometimes people aren't capable to come off of certain behaviors like addiction to sugar, for example. It's hard, you know? And then there's willingness. If people are if aware, capable, and willing, I'm willing to work with people and help them. But I don't take it personally anymore. People are different journeys. Like, look, I showed you that picture where I was 5-7 years ago. I wasn't willing at that point to make a change. Unfortunately, we have to wait for a crisis to happen for us to do something. That's human nature. We think it's going to happen to other people, and we're immune to it. And then we hear the stories about our loved ones succumbing to diseases of lifestyle. Most of the diseases we have, cardiovascular disease, cancer, stroke, diabetes, those are diseases of lifestyle. And there are a lot of things we can do in our lifestyle to prevent them from happening, as far as measures we can take that doctors will agree. But it's
Okay.
So that's the I mean the health approach we take. The company's name is called Pharmanex. It's a Pharmanex biophotonic scanner. We have the technology here with us. I've made it available for the players. There are about 2,000 of these units throughout the country, and there will be about 25,000 within the year. They're changing it. You hit on something else. You're pretty much a visionary. They will be going over to more of like a kiosk-based unit where you'll be able to interact and see what your score is without needing to have a medical assistant or a doctor do it. Kind of like the way you get your blood pressure at a Publix, and you can see what the numbers are. Now, you're not supposed to take medication when you get your blood pressure, but you are supposed to use that as part of your health picture and then discuss it with your healthcare provider. Everything we talked about here, I'll get one more disclaimer, and is not intended to treat, cure, or prevent any disease process. It's meant for educational, informational purposes, and the more education you have and the more armed you are, the more you can make an informed decision on what can help you with your health.
Yeah, I look forward to the day. That kiosk idea is good. Just say it's really just access, and it needs to become a trend, arguably. And for some, the government or I'm not just call it saying the leaders need to find a way to let people say, this is a cool and right thing to do. Let me do it and let me not fool around.
Grassroots, viral, network, social media. Look how quickly things can spread now. When they're negative, they spread quick, right? People, it's not even about a lack of, it's will. If you want to look up how to build XYZ right now, you can go online, you can look up how you can learn. There are ways for you to learn. It's a smartphone for a reason. You're supposed to be smart with it. A lot of people, they say, is the internet good or bad? I'm like, look, I'm not perfect, but I use the internet to learn languages. I mean, I speak 5 languages. I mean, and people can learn a language from doing it, or they can use it for good things or bad things.
New bowler Akil being introduced from the southern end, a little bit wayward. It was a wide first delivery, and now a wide. No, it was a dot ball. Single off the first delivery, even though the delivery was wide. Yes, it's indeed. It's 2 wide deliveries now, consistently. Not getting his range, Akil. So the smashers not doing well, and their change bowler clearly not doing well. This one is lifted, and 4 runs has been accumulated on the part of the bat there as it relates to Anderson. He has now moved on to 25. Flighted, not spinning, not turning, not posing any, and swiveling in the crease and hitting that one over deep mid wicket was the batter Anderson, and he has now moved on to 25. His partner there, Irfan Khan, is on 40, and Chicago catchers are doing well in this run chase. Flighted again, trying to get another one, and Anderson only succeeded to get in the inside edge. Went to the short mid-wicket region. Thought about a 2, but it wasn't on, and sent back by Irfan Khan, who is now on 40 of 21 deliveries and eyeing what should be a well-deserved 50 if he does get it. And if he does get it, the team will be in a far better position in their run chase here of 167. Comes in, bowler kill. This one a little bit more pitched up, but squeezed out, and then slowly going over the third man boundary for 4. Irfan Khan, man, players just like saying, wow, how did that one beat everyone? But it did, and it has now moved the scores to 123 for 4 in the chase of 167. The Chicago catchers in chase of the Dallas Smashers total, just about par total of 166 they made earlier. Flighted again down the leg side, that should be a wide and effectively signal. So this new bowler Akil here is struggling for his range. So far 3 wides in this over, 2 single and 2 4. So not what the captain would have wanted. Again, this one is more on the stump, being squeezed now on the onside in the mid-wicket region by Khan. Moves on to 45. So far 2, 4, 6, 8 deliveries has been bowled in this over. In fact, the recovery run rate as a result of the impressive batting from Anderson and Khan has now gone down to 6.8 here in the 14th over. So Chicago is really doing well. Akil looking to complete his over. Flighted. Not getting under that one was Anderson. Perhaps if he had just moved out of his crease a bit, he would have gotten it on the full. He eventually got a single, and the overs eventually have been completed. 25 to Khan, 27 to D. Mar Henderson, and 126 for 4 Chicago catchers, chasing 167, 168 to win. Right. So yeah. So you were explaining that Pharma next does the antioxidant testing equipment.
Yeah, the testing equipment was actually originally developed by the University of Utah to screen for age-related macular degeneration, which is the leading cause of blindness in the elderly. They couldn't take a biopsy, so they used a laser to see how much nutrition was in this tissue in your eye, and then they modified the technology to do the skin and to assess people's risk of cancer. So the test was the machine was usually the size of an MRI machine. They shrunk it down. And then this company, Pharmanex, always provided pharmaceutical level nutraceuticals, and they were looking for a way to show that their product actually worked efficaciously, because to differentiate themselves, like you were mentioning before, from the rest of the market. So they bought the technology from that, and they've gone through several versions of it. Think like iPhone 4. I started off with one. I had one in my practice a while back.
Yeah, just a bit here. So Captain Sharma, the best bowler on display, Rajesh Sharma, has now brought himself on from the northern end in trying to see if he can will back the Dallas Smashers into this contest, which is getting away. Chicago catchers 127, chasing 168, just needing, what is that now, 41 to win. So he bowled well, 1 for 21 in his first two. So what can you do from the northern end? That ball earlier, nice flighted again. This makes him a quality spinner. His flight is well controlled, meaning that the batsman have to look up and read that ball coming down in the air, and when it hits the wicket, he gets grips and turn. So it is at a good flight, at a good length, and a good line, and good turn. So you, as a batter, you have to really be focused and, you understand me, balance and steady to really play a spinner like this. So he has 1 for 23, but if he can get rid of one of these batsmen, is get back his team in the game. That's the goal. So that's the captain, Rajesh Sharma. Here he is from the northern end, comes in, bowl, nice flighted, this one on the mid wicket, a little bit full, tucked into the mid wicket region, and hustling through for wow, it has been 2 runs. Did he get back? Very good running on the part of Khan. Wow, Captain Sharma looking at the fielder saying, how could that be 2? That wasn't on. But excellent running on the part of Khan, realizing the mid-wicket fielder was moving a bit slow. He went down, and Anderson all arguably agreed that the second was on, and they went for it. Run out attempt, but at the end, the show wasn't direct. The keeper had to collect. He did not collect either, and the batsman eventually, Irfan Pathan, made it home. He's now on 49, 1 run away from 50. Which is the secondary threshold in the game. You aim for 100, typically a batsman. If you get 50, you're proud. So, wow, that was another missed run out attempt. So a lot happening out there. Anderson charging down the wicket. No single was on. Sent back by Irfan Khan. He had to eventually pull out the dive, but again the throw did not hit the wicket. And just like Khan survived earlier, Anderson has. So 2 run-out chances there. Gone a begging. 131 for 4 are the Chicago catchers, chasing 168 to win. This time, reading it well was Khan. A little bit more on off and a little bit short. He was able to just tuck that one into the offside, get a single, and get his 50. He holds his bat to his teammates down in the dugout and moves down to his partner to pump his fist to say, the partner goes down to congratulate him to say, well done on his 50 off 27 deliveries. He has put his team in a commanding position, the Chicago catchers, to win their opening fixture of USA Open 24. Sharma, again from the north, this time swinging is Anderson. This should be out. The keeper takes off the helmet and takes a comfortable catch. So the captain has done what he has wanted to get rid of one of these dangerous batters. This man Anderson has now been dismissed for 28. He had faced 20 deliveries, but he was providing perfect foil, if not assistant, to the impressive Irfan Khan. And now, with the 5th wicket has fallen for the Chicago catchers, they are now into their bowlers, if not wicketkeeper, and all-rounders. So there's a slight opening for Dallas Smashers to arguably get back in this game. Again, the best bowler on display today, Rajesh Sharma, this off-spinner here, the captain of the Smashers. He will be key again. If he can get another wicket or two, the Dallas team will be in on the money. But with 132, it means that the Chicago catchers just need a mere 36 to win, with 5 overs to go at a run rate of 7. I know I cut you off.
No worries.
Earlier.
No. That's what we're here to watch. It's a lot of activity happening all in one spot.
But we have identified that people need to know the antioxidant level.
Antioxidants, yes.
Antioxidants level. There are antioxidant devices provided by Pharmex especially. Now that does that. Who's trying to roll it out to the public. You're here at the USA opening and you have been rolling out to the players and officials and trying to get people tested. 1 and 2, once you know your level, you'll know how to eat properly, and if you cannot eat properly, you know how to get a supplement to take with you to be able to balance and get your antioxidants level up so you can fight off toxins and disease. Do I sound like I'm learning?
You got it, man. You're like a you're a spokesperson over here. Like, you got to take over my job, and I'm working on taking over yours. I think we're right there. This is great.
Indeed.
I want to thank you for this opportunity to do this. This is what I'm very passionate about. Ooh, is that just barely?
Yes.
Just barely. It's a 4 for sure, but it didn't make it over the.
Didn't make it over the fun. I mean, and it has what we call sliced the 2 fielders, because both had a slight opportunity to potentially dive and catch it, but in the end, it turned out to be 4. A welcoming 4 there on the part of the informed Irfan Khan, who is taking his team at Chicago Catchers over the line here. Good half century so far.
It's close.
Yes, and he has now moved on to 54. 136 is the total. A mere 32 needed for victory at 6 runs per over from here. It's hard to see Chicago letting this one go, but anything can happen. This is the game of cricket. Shah throws this one up outside the off, and slapping down on that one is the new batsman, Hamayoun Amasadze, and he's getting a single down to backward point, bringing back Irfan Khan on strike. And is it the other way around? Yeah, Irfan Khan got that single, and the new batter Hamayoun Amadze is now there, giving instructions. Irfan Khan arguably potency, just try to get a single, get me on the strike, just don't do anything crazy. We need not to lose any wicket. But here comes Shah trying to get a breakthrough. That one is up in the air. Doesn't look pretty confident, this batter here, Ahmad Sai, not reading the left arm spin. And I'm telling you, if Ahmad Sai do get to the end whereby the captain and top off spinner here is bowling, he's going to be in problem. It looks a bit out of sorts there to the flighted delivery there from Shah. He did get 2 runs though. Shah comes again, flight it. Oh, there it is, spinning across him. Doesn't look like a confident batter. Doesn't look like arguably knows what he's doing. And I'm telling you, this doesn't look good for the Chicago catchers. Because if he's batting at 7, you'd ask the question, who is batting at 8, 9, and 10? He looks a bit out of sorts in playing this slow delivery. Flight it again. He swung at that one, getting the bottom portion of the bat. No run. Irfan Khan is really kind of just looking up in the air and saying, can he survive? Boy, can I get to the strikers end? Here's Shah throwing this one up, swinging and missing. I don't want to put pressure on on the batsman here, Amadze, but he's swinging and missing to a flighted delivery and doesn't look like he was ever in the contest. It's now 139 for 5 of 16 overs. 4 overs remain. 7 runs is required. 7 runs per over is required off of these 4 overs, as they need 29 runs. The Chicago catchers to get their first win in their first match of USA Open 2024, and send a signal, if not a message, to the other competing teams that hey, we are interested in this title. And Dallas Smashers, if they were to go down, would be losing their second game and would face an uphill task if they are to aim at the semifinals on Friday, or even think about playing in the final game on Saturday. Your take?
The drama continues. It's you know, you start seeing the players and the teams separate as far as ability, and you know, you can't call it luck. There's a lot of talent involved here, and a lot of things have to come together in the right way, and the mind, you know, the mindset's got to be there. You know, like you were pointing out, the players are a little bit more timid. They got to have that confidence and make
New
it happen.
bowler Abdullah Sheikh, very expensive in his first over, none for 14. Quick single there on the part of Khan. That ball being played to backward point. This now is going to be tricky because, as we said earlier, back on fight inside the circle, but very quick was the non-striker. He didn't look particularly well to the left arm spinner, who wasn't flighting it that much or wasn't turning it that much. Experienced leg spinner Abdullah Sheikh really dismissed Amadze. Leg spin, bowl, a little bit quick. Amadze he likes it when it's a little bit pacey. And the guys that want through the cover region gets the inform. Irfan Khan back on strike. 56 years, he has gotten off 30 deliveries. And he's the main person currently behind the Chicago catcher score for 141. Has achieved 168. Bowling quickly, coming down, edging his can, down to the third man. 1, 2, 3, 4 bounce. And it's now another boundary on his part. He moves to 60. And as this match moves on towards the end, the Chicago catchers, you know, are very much large and in charge and on their way to securing their first win in their first game. Abdullah Sheikh, will there be another throw of the dice? He's trying to make a breakthrough here. I would have thought if I were the captain, I would have come back here because I would have seen how Amadi looked suspect to spin. I wouldn't have brought on Abdullah here, who was struggling. Ooh. Wow, drop catch there in the deep. Definitely not what the Smashers, Dallas Smashers needed. Abdullah brought on to try and take a wicket by the captain, and the very dangerous Irfan Khan being put down there in the deep mid-wicket region. The fielder got 2 hands for it, but he couldn't hold on. But no, a single was taken. This one is high in the air. It should go back to the fielder. Will it clear the boundary? It does. That's what you call maybe a lucky 6. He almost swung the bat. I mean, if not closed it high, and it connected.
You gotta give credit. Come on.
Come on. Alright, give him a little bit of credit. Let me ease off a bit. Yeah. Maybe he's going in confidence, because that one did come out.
There you go. See.
That one did come out to the middle, and he got, you know, excellent purchase for it. I mean, maximum. Amadze, is he starting to see the ball? Is he starting to feel better? Yeah, looks a little better there on the back foot, playing that one through the cover. He now moves on to 10 off 6 delivery. So after all, maybe you're just nervous for the first couple of balls, but at the end of the day, confidence is what this thing is about. And once you start feeling yourself and believing in yourself, you will get the result that you desire. All right, so as you wrap, Dr. Scully, any message you want to leave with our viewers?
Yeah, just
who are, by the way, watching. It's on all over Facebook, social media. It's on the app stores, Google app, Android app, MAQ Sports, MAQ TV, anywhere. USA Open Cricket is alive and well.
It's fantastic. You guys have been doing a great job. It was, you know, great projection and calling commentary. It's fun to see these things, you know, to be behind the scenes. I showed my son the studio here yesterday. He was really excited about being here on the field. And my last commentary is my thoughts are: find out what you need to know to run your body the right way. Get the information you need. You know, we're kind of talking about how the internet is a tool. It could be used for good or bad. You can learn a language. You can learn the language of how your body works. You become literate in nutrition. You become literate in reading or language or music. You can learn how to play an instrument. The instrument we're looking for you to play, or the sport we want you to play, is how your body works. Everybody has a responsibility, a personal responsibility, to operate their body the way it was meant by its creator. And you can go ahead and be inquisitive and find out what it needs to be. And finding out your antioxidant level is just a piece of that equation. Find out people who have done what you want to accomplish, whether it's getting back and having better health, see what they do, and that includes getting your biophotonic scan score, seeing what you can do to improve it from a nutritional point of view and from a lifestyle perspective.
All right, we appreciate you coming in.
It's been fun.
Looking forward to hearing you as the tournament goes into the weekend. And Dr. Scully, the expert.
It'd be my pleasure. It was great being
in.
with you. Thanks for having me here. Appreciate it. Thanks for letting me have your spot here.
Yes, we look forward to welcoming back our co-commentator here, Amar, and who's been doing a fantastic job since the USA Open had started from the Legend Series. She joins me here as we close out the final stage here of this game. Catchers large and in charge of this run chase against the Dallas Smashers. 154 for 5 they are, needing just 4.8 runs per over, being led expertly by Irfan Khan, who has hit a number of sixes and fours in his innings of 61 of just 32 deliveries. He's partnered currently by Hamayun Amadzi. And as you join us, Amar, what's your take?
Yeah, I think it's so wonderful to see Irfan Khan batting this way and taking up the charge for Chicago Chargers. At one stage, it looked like the Dallas Smashers are all over them, but this partnership among them is so wonderful. Oh, there was a chance of a run out, and the bowler is definitely unhappy with this effort.
Indeed. Could have been a run out, but you wonder if it's a little bit too late. 5 wickets in the bag, with another 2.3 overs and just a mere 12 runs to get. It's hard to see the Chicago catchers giving it away from here, and and losing 5 wickets.
Yes, realistically, it's not possible, but definitely, if anything like this happened, that would be a miracle.
I mean, they say cricket, after all, is a game of glorious uncertainties.
Yes, truly it is. So it was so wonderful to hear you and the doctor, and he has shared very much knowledge with us. We have not been taking so much care of ourselves when it comes to nutrition. So obviously, a good bunch of lessons from him. I hope everyone must be listening to him and take advantage of that.
Okay, so one could say shot there, flighted on the part by Gori, and flat batted was the new batter there, Amadze. He actually knew his face. 12 deliveries now. He has moved on to 15, if not 16. The score is now 159, so less than 10 runs needed, and it's easy pickings for the Chicago catchers here in chase of what was a decent par score of 168.
Oh, it has been called a wide ball. Looked pretty close to me. By the way, that run out at the end of the inning was given out by the umpire.
Okay.
Yeah, I just confirmed from him. He said I gave it out.
Okay. And he needed to hold his fingers up a bit longer. Just saying. Gori trying to see if he can engender some late innings collapse here, but it's not happening. Worked into the cover region here by Amadze for a single. He now moves on to 15. He looks far more comfortable. I mean, it's been a while I've seen a batsman who their first 2 or 3 deliveries look so out of sorts. And if after maybe 5 or 6, he started in the middle everything.
Yeah.
He was that nervous. Gori comes in around the wicket, bowling across. Irfan Khan, who it would serve him well to end not out here. He has, looked very in command in not only hitting the 6s and the 4s, but in taking the singles, marshalling the strike, and leading his team here to what should be, a comprehensive victory, a 162 for 5 Chicago catchers in chase of 168. 2 overs will be, and just a mere 6 runs to get.
Yes, Irfan Khan has made it very easy for Chicago catchers chasing down this mighty total.
Mhm.
And Humayun Ahmadzai has complimented him so well alongside him.
Is this the highest score of the tournament so far?
We have to check about it.
Mm-hmm.
I vaguely remember the score of the match and we had yesterday.
Okay. Well, interesting encounter. As you can see, the floodlights are on. You know, it's been a good day for the persons who have turned out here, or the persons who are online watching MAQ TV or the Match Sports app and seeing this interesting contest. Looking to end it in style, and he does. Irfan Khan, 6 runs over wide, long on, finishing off the match in impressive manner. 168 is now up, overcoming 167 made earlier by the Dallas Smashers, who we thought had put up a decent total on the board, all things being equal. 8 runs per run over is fair. But at the end of the day, impressive batting on the part of 68 from Irfan Khan. Batting here at number 5. He was able supported by opener and captain Rizwan Shima, who made 38. And after end of the day, Chicago catchers has won this contest by 5 wickets in their first encounter. And the Smashers have lost their second game. So as we look to wrap here, your take, an interesting, the covers are out and the rain has started.
Yeah, maybe they were waiting for Chicago catchers to seal this victory for them, and another loss for Dallas Smashers. Have a look at the match summary here. Dallas Smashers put up the total of 166 for the loss of 7 wickets. Akil scored 37, Adarman Lesman 35, and Sami Sadiq 32. Rahimullah Ghazinzai bowled beautifully and got 3 wickets for his team. In reply, Chicago catchers chased down the total of 168 in 18.1 overs. Irfan Khan, standout performer for their team, with 68 runs. Rizwan Chima scored 38 runs. Dietmar Ederson scored 28. So Chicago catchers won by 5 wickets here and chased down this target that we thought would trouble them, but they have done it beautifully.
Indeed. So Chicago catchers have sent a message to the other teams that with their first win in their first encounter, remember this Chicago catchers, interesting as you pointed earlier, has a lot of Jamaican players who plays for the Jamaica Defence Force, the Army team in Jamaica, who are national champions down here in limited overs cricket. And you know, this team here is looking to make a mark in terms of the players representing Chicago catchers, and Dallas Smashers losing their second game. So as we head into the second day tomorrow, it's goodbye for now. Jeremy Lanneman here signing out along with MR, and we look forward to seeing you tomorrow for more USA Cricket 2024.